All right, so welcome back, everybody. We are now in episode number 23. We are still in the city of Zadash. It's around 3 p.m. in the Sailor's Pub bordering the water called Malomisto. It is the 8th of the month of Lipan, which is equivalent to June on the real world calendar. So where we left off, the party was following Melody, looking for someone to teach her how to speak to cats. And so the party entered this smoky, shabby tavern of Malomisto, where they met a number of very colorful locals, shall we say. And at some point, busting through the front door of this pub, you see a maniacal, fluffy white sheep who had just burst into the tavern demanding to be heard. He had a scroll on his head, which Melody read, which gives Melody, continuing into today's session, 1 hour of being able to speak to sheep. Turns out the sheep is actually a famous wizard named Shinebright, and somebody had polymorphed him into his sheep form. And that is where we're going to pick up in today's session.
I actually have a question.
Yeah.
About speak with animals.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that I now speak sheep for 1 hour? And
That's
that when
right.
I speak to him, no one can understand what I'm saying?
That's only other sheep would be able to understand.
So that means I could ask things like, why did you choose to come find us? Or did anyone in this tavern do this to you? And no one would be able to know that I'm asking these things.
Yes, unless somebody else in the tavern could speak with animals or speak with sheep.
Okay.
So if you're having a conversation with Shinebright, it's pretty much a private conversation because nobody else will understand it.
Well, that's the first thing she'll likely do is ask, Shinebright, why did you come looking for us?
This morning, I seem to have hit a stroke of luck. My apprentice Noke actually left the front door open, which he has not done in months. So I grabbed a scroll from my library and ran over here because I felt like I would have the least chance of getting captured by one of Noke's guards. And I looked around the tavern really quick to see if there would be anybody here who would be good at magic. And I saw you and your friend with the bow. And I thought, these two probably will be able to help me. And as it turns out, you're helping me so far because you can speak with me.
Why did Noke capture you?
I think he is a little bit too big for his britches. He was my apprentice for many years, and he started to go toward maybe more of the dark side. And so I woke up one day, and I was in my bed, and I was thinking to myself, what's going on? Why do I feel so heavy all of a sudden? And I shouted, but the only noise that could come out of me was bah, bah. I was a sheep. That blasted apprentice of mine, had turned me into a sheep, used my own magic against me. And today's the day I get my revenge, and I use your help to turn me back to my earthly elf form.
So what do we need to do?
Well, tell me, who's in your party?
Do you see, she's not going to point, she's going to say, all right, to my right, there's a very tall giant. That's Mir. He's a Goliath, look, you can probably tell. Then, if you look all the way to the right, there's a goblin against the wall. Look back a bit, and you see a tiefling. That's Bat. He is also in our party. The goblin is not, the tiefling is. And then if you look to my left, right across the table, the other guy with magic that you liked, that's Sibo. He's also in our party.
Oh, I wish I could say hi to everybody. So, because Sibo is so close, Shinebright just kind of walks over to Sibo and kind of nuzzles Sibo with his big sheep head.
She's going to turn to the table because the two seemed nice to her. And despite the fact that it seems the icons are revealing another side, she's going to mention, it sounds like he's been captured by his apprentice, Noke. and only just today did he manage to get free. Do any of you know how to transform an animal back from polymorph?
Aaron says to you, I think you need a wizard. But no, that is not a good name. I've heard that he's done some terrible things in this town lately. Thievery, subterfuge, political plots afoot. I'd watch yourself if Noke is involved. He's not a good guy.
I am not surprised. It sounds like he's been doing some dark arts.
Yeah, you could say that. I heard a story once. He was in Five Wells Square, and there was a big trading caravan coming in, bringing a whole bunch of dry goods from Paranch, and he and his goons surrounded it, and with some weird magic, made it disappear, and no one could figure out where it had gone. Shinebright butts back in and says, Bard, do you have a cleric in your party? You look like a scrappy bunch, and it would really help if you had a healer amongst you.
We do, but he's off training right now.
But my life is more important than any one person training. Could you go get him?
We could go get him, but it sounds like you might want to come with us.
I'm a little afraid to go outside right now. If you could find a way to hide me, just in case Noke or any of his goons come and find me, I'm afraid to go back outside right now. It's bad out there.
Ha 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 ha. She's going to turn to the table and wave Emir over and ask, what should we do? We need to go grab... It sounds like he wants us to go grab Silrin, but he's not anywhere nearby.
Maybe. I know we already have dealt with one of our friends at Silrin being a pig before. I don't know if we could go to the same people that helped him.
That was in a different town.
Yeah, that was in another city.
My bad.
About 2.5 days away.
But a larger city would not have less resources.
Yeah, Zadash is a much bigger city than Raksha.
But
So Shinebright can hear you all say this, and he says, but it sounds like you know a cleric?
we do. He's in our party. He's just...
Well,
training.
go get him then. What are you waiting for? My life is at stake. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to be out here before Noke comes to get me.
Do I can go run and grab him, or do one of you want to?
So Bat's not within hearing distance. He's. I mean, it's a pretty loud tavern, and he's still talking to all of the sailors and the kid drinking beer.
I think Bat should go, because he already went once. He knows where exactly, Soren is, so I think that would be the best, in my opinion. Because, Emir, I know he loves actions, but he's a giant, so he's going to draw a lot of attention, and that will be not as good.
And a tiefling in a rat mask won't. But you have a point.
Well, he's a monk, and then he can be a little stealthy, I guess, I suppose. I mean, he is distinctive, but, if he's swift about it, I think he'll be fine.
True.
If we need stealth, I'm definitely not the guy for it, unfortunately.
Shinebright shouts at you, Melody. Come on! Get your friend and let's go!
She sighs and gets up from the table, wanders over to Bat, and winks at the little kid, says, sorry, Fallen Angel, I have to steal this guy, and draws Bat back over to the table, and says, Bat, we need you to go run and grab Silver.
Okay. That's my best Bat impression.
That's pretty good. Actually, right before Bat walks over, the little kid, Caden Tortellini, walks up to Bat and says, oh, your name is Bat? Well, how about
Deception check.
Deception? Wait.
Deception check. I said no, it's not.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and make a roll.
Oh, your name's Bat? No. 22.
22?
18 plus 4, yeah.
Well, seems like you dropped something. And in Caden's hands seems to be Bat's coin purse. And he shouts at you, Bat. Bet you can't catch me?
I bet I can. I'm a fucking monk. Can Bat grab him right there before he runs away?
Well, he's starting to run away this way, right as Bat starts to go back in that direction. And I'd like all the party members to please roll initiative.
Oh God.
So we're not fighting, but I do want you to roll initiative so I can keep track. We're basically playing a game of tag. And I'm going to post the rules for tag in the chat.
23.
23, wow. Okay.
16.
17.
16 for Silren, 17 for
No,
Sibo, and for
16
Bat.
for Bat.
Oh, 16 for Bat.
I got a 12.
So, here are the rules for tag. First thing, we're going to roll initiative. So, I see where Caden is in turn order. Caden is 13. The only actions you can do during tag are to move or to grapple. And grapple does not count as a bonus action. So, you need to actually be standing adjacent to Caden in order to grapple him and try to get the coin purse back from him. To grapple, you just need to do an athletics check, and Caden will try to counter that with his own athletics check. Caden's moves, he's a wily little kid, but his moves are very predictable. He always goes in a straight line. Party, however, will have to chase him outside the bar if he makes it to the front door.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And where's the front door?
The front door is really close to the table where Melody and Sibo are sitting right now.
Is it this?
Yes, that's the front door.
Cool.
So as long as we have some tactics, like 2 people like by the door, we should be able to catch him.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah. Did you say so? Melody, actually, you go first.
Let's see. 25 feet is my movement, I believe. She's gonna go here.
Okay. All right, and that's the end of your turn. We're gonna go next to Sibo.
I'm gonna go right here.
Okay. Shinebright says, "Don't leave me, gnome."
I can understand them.
Yeah, that's a good point. Bat, you're up next.
Bat's gonna run like this. Is gonna grab him.
Oh yeah, Bat's got good movement. Go ahead and make a strength roll.
That is a 14 athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
He contests it with athletics or acrobatics.
Caden's going to use athletics, and Caden's like I said, he's a wily little one, so he's able to dodge Bat's attempts to grab him. And Caden shouts, "You're one of the slowest Scoverlockers I've ever seen. This gold is mine."
Okay. Bat's gonna use the remaining 10 feet of his movement to slide around and block him.
Okay. It's actually now Caden's turn. Caden is going to move all the way to this corner, diagonally, and shout at Bat. "You need to be a little bit faster, son. You'll never catch me." Ymir, it's now your turn.
So there's no sort of like exit you can squeeze out on that back wall, is there?
No, the only exit that you can see is the front door.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Probably just move and try to corner the kid, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know. If I can move in, I don't know.
Yep, you can make it there. 20 feet
sure.
diagonal.
All right.
You can also
Yeah, I
do
just
this.
did.
30
Okay.
feet. Yep. Right.
I'm gonna move over here next
that's-
turn, so he's probably guaranteed to go right here, assuming he stops at the chair, or
Right.
move over to here. So you guys should be ready in that area.
All right. Round 2, Melody. You get the next move.
She's going to go over and block off this passageway
Okay.
so that he has to go towards Sibo.
Got it.
Remember that he only moves in straight lines.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't be... there are chairs right there.
Mm-hmm.
Series of a bunch of chairs. So he will have to go down and left and down, or down and diagonal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so right now he's blocked going diagonal because Emir is in his way. So his moves are quite limited right now. Sibo.
I'm gonna stay put.
Okay, as the group is sort of moving about, you hear the bartender shout out, Caden, give the man his money back. The stupid kid is always getting into trouble. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, strangers. He does this, but we'll get him. Bat, it's actually your turn next.
All right. Bat's going to run over here, and it's going to try and grab him.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check. Athletics.
18.
Oh, he did not pass. Bat, you managed to grab the little kid by the scruff of his neck, and with your other hand, get your money back. And Caden starts whimpering and crying, saying, let me go, Daddy, the stranger's touching me.
I check.
Daddy.
I check his pockets and stuff for any other stolen things that could be ours. If they're not ours, then I don't care.
In his pockets, you see a broken sling and a number of stones that would be used to use a sling.
And that's it?
Yep.
Okay. I put him back down after I take my coin purse back, and I say, pro tip next time. If you steal someone's stuff and then you try to run away from them, don't only move in straight lines.
He says, yes, sir, and he puts his head down. He's kind of like wiping away some tears.
It made it a lot easier to catch you.
He says, yes, sir, and he kind of ashamedly walks back to his seat where the sailors are commiserating with him. Yeah, everybody here, go ahead and take 40 experience points for getting Caden and your money back. All right.
Bat will then head off to go get Silrin.
Bat will head out. Okay. Shinebright walks back to Melody and says, "Hey, so you gonna help me out?"
Yes, we're helping you now. My friend points at Bat as he's leaving. Just went off to go grab Silrin, the cleric of our party. So you'll be okay.
And so tell me, where's your party coming from, and how can I help you? How can I repay you once you polymorph me back to my form?
Well, I'd just like to learn to speak feline.
I can definitely manage that. One of my apprentices is a professor at the Bard College. I'll prepare a letter for you. Oh, wait. He looks at his big black claws and he says, I can't write until I'm back in my elf form.
It's okay.
Well,
she rustles his fur on his head.
He says, thanks for that. Yeah, I guess you need to save me first before I can write that letter. You need to bring it to the university, to the rector, and they will give you a package. And what you need to do is bring that package to the training facility, and it will teach you. They'll be able to train you there on how to speak to cats. How about that?
Sounds lovely.
And are your friends interested in helping too?
So Sibo is kind of curious of what's going on, and then whispers to Melody, say, let's get our own table right here.
Oh.
I mean, sure. Melody nods to the two kind, the bard and the fighter, and says, we've got some things we need to discuss. Thank you for your company. We hope to meet again.
All right. And they wave you off instead and wish you some good tidings.
He's asking what we want in return for unsheeping him.
What kind of services do you provide? Aww.
Well, I am one of the best wizards in this part of central Virlinia. If you need potions, if you need a wand, you need magic items, I know where to get them, or I know how to make them. It's just that, and he holds up his sheep paws. I can't right now. I'm in the form of a sheep. It's so frustrating. You need to help me.
Also, when I was strolling the other day in the woods to gather my flowers and whatnot, I saw a treehouse that was open, and somebody told me that might be where you used to live.
Yeah, that's my house. Except Noke runs the place right now. He's sleeping in my old bed. That bed does not belong to him. We need to go back to my home, beat him up, and kick him out. Put him in jail.
I wish it was that easy, but I think we might have to be a little smart about this.
Sibo, how are you communicating to the sheep, by the way?
I'm just assuming Melody is the middle person right
Melody is translating between common and sheep sounds.
But
So
don't you have speak with animals, Sibo?
Yeah, but in terms of in case of fighting, I want to save my spell slots.
Okay, so Melody is translating for you, and then the sheep is responding.
Through me. Yep.
Okay, I think I understand.
Yeah, we have to be smart about this. We cannot just barge in and just, do everything. So this new guy, how many, I guess, I don't know, underlings does he have?
Well, at the home, he has 8 soldiers. They're very fearsome. I tend to avoid them. He also turned one of my assistants into a bear. And Noke's favorite minion is this orc named Guz. Guz has chased me down a number of times. I'd be sitting in the fields eating buttercups and grass, thinking this is my time to break away and run into the forest. And every time I try, Guz and his stupid wolves chase me down. He's not that smart, but he's kind of fast, and he's really good with the sword. And as far as I know, those are all of Noke's minions that have taken residence in my treehouse.
Okay, and do you know anything about what they're gonna do next?
Not really. They put me out to pasture and have me eat outside while they conspire inside. So I don't really know what their plans are, but I hope they don't involve killing me. I've been like this almost 2 years, by the way. I'm surprised the authorities haven't wondered, where did Shinebright go? I think they just assumed I was out doing some research, but I've been here in Zadash the whole time, just in the form of a sheep. You need to help me!
Okay, calm down. Nothing is gonna change if you don't calm down. We're coming up with a plan right now, and do you know anyone who can help you in terms of No. Hey, listen to me. Who's gonna be able to unpolymorph you?
You!
I can't. I'm not a magician.
Yes, but Noke has a wand of polymorph, and he can use it, or I don't trust him to use it, but I would be able to trust one of you to use it to be able to polymorph me back into my elf form.
That was the information that I was getting at. See how we can just talk patiently and things will work out?
He takes a step back and says, there's no time for patience right now. Who knows how long I have before Guz or Noke try to track me down here in Malomisto. You need to hide me just in case they come here into the bar. I'm scared.
Well, I could try and
hiding in the library basement.
Oh yeah. So we'd be walking in with a sheep.
Yeah.
I could draw her away. Maybe.
But do we have to go back outside to do that?
Well, is Malamisto attached to the sea?
It is.
Are
It borders the water. Yep.
So Melody will look, she'll say, hang on, stay right here. My friends will protect you while I'm gone. And go and explore.
Where are you going? No one else can speak to me.
You'll be fine.
Here.
I'm just gonna go see if there's a place to hide you.
No, don't go. And he trails you, follows you around, and nuzzles you with his head. Don't go, don't go.
She wants to go down to the docks and see if she can hide him, if there's a boat there.
As you try to exit the tavern, Shinebright kind of like gets in your way and tries to block you from leaving with his big fluffy arms. And he says, don't go, you're the only one who can listen.
I know, but if we can find a place to hide you out on the docks or in a boat, then you won't have to worry about being found.
But how will you hide me?
Well, can she see over or around him?
Yeah.
Is there a boat out on the docks?
You'd have to leave the pub to see for sure. But you can assume there are boats out there.
We could hide you on a boat or under some crates or something.
I'm worried that I'm too big.
You are a large sheep.
I am a large sheep, and I'm worried that I'm too big and they're going to find me. Guz always finds me. It's almost like they put a tracker on my ear or something.
Can Melody check his ears?
That's an oddly specific sentence.
Yeah, make an investigation check, Melody.
Someone help me. She's gonna walk back over and sigh.
Okay, I'll also investigate.
So hold on. At this point, Bat has found Solrin at the training facility, kind of explaining the situation. And the trainer said, Elf, you've already left once today. You really need to leave again. We'll let you go, but you need to make up your studies tonight. How does that sound?
Yeah, how about I mean, honestly, it sounds like most of the day will be busy for me just for the next week. How about I do it like, right before bed? I don't need as much sleep. I'm an elf, as you just called me.
We can definitely do that. Our facility is open 24 hours a day.
Dope. That's some pretty boggers shit. Alright, see ya. I don't like the
training lady doesn't quite understand what you mean, but she assumes you mean that's good.
It's a blessing of Timora. You'll get it.
And she waves you off and says, "Good luck. Don't die," which is what she told you last time.
Man, I got 19 for investigation.
You don't detect anything unusual on this sheep's ears, or you run your fingers a little bit through his fluffy wool, and you don't see anything there either.
So either way, we have to get out of this pub. So is there anything that we can cover this sheep with?
Could I claim he's my mount?
Yeah, you want to roleplay this and tell us what you're saying or doing?
Yeah. So Melody turns to him and says, well, I'm small. I weigh a total of... How much do I weigh? She does math in her head. 34 pounds on my own. And I have 86 pounds of stuff on me. But would you be willing to carry me and let me ride on your back?
Can you make a persuasion check, please, Melody?
Yes. 16.
Shinebright says, "Excuse me, do you know who I am? I am
right now, a sheep.
I am Finithir Shinebright, one of the most acclaimed magicians on the whole continent of central Virlinia. And you want to sit on top of me? Just because I'm a sheep does not mean that I deserve to be ridden around like some common horse."
But look, no one would assume that a man so great as you would dare to be ridden. so we could more easily claim you were just a sheep that I ride into battle.
Bad idea. And he backs up.
He's going out of his way to say "bah." He's already speaking in sheep bahs, and it's translated to common. Now he's just doing it out of his own volition.
Who's saying that?
This is Teddy out of game.
I mean,
I just think it's funny.
There is an explanation for that, but Soren's not here, so we don't know what it is.
But it's not like we can just take a fluffy... The best way to disguise you would be to disguise you as a normal sheep, which would be carrying things or carrying people.
I am going to try to persuade this guy too.
Hey, what are you going to say or do?
Freaking baby. Hold on. I'm a little annoyed right now. I got net 20. Well, yeah, so it's 22 for not perception.
Persuasion?
Yes.
and what are you saying to him?
I'm saying, I know you're a great wizard, but great wizard should have been able to see this coming. So the fact that you're sheep right now, and the fact that you're crying about it like a baby ain't gonna do a thing, okay? So you have to cooperate back if you want it back ever to be a human again.
Shinebright is slightly convinced by you, Sibo, and he walks closer to you and says, "See, so what would you have me do exactly?"
Melody translates.
I think you should let Melody ride you for a little bit. She is petite, so it won't be that much of a trouble, in my opinion.
Listen, how long will I have to debase myself to this treatment?
I don't know. Until you are not sheep.
Back to
Whatever we're doing is in the best interest for you. So trust us.
That could take hours. That could take days. Where will you hide me tonight? She can't ride me all day. It's at this moment that the party notices a funny-looking character walking into the pub, taking the seat right next to them. He's a 5'10", looks like in his early 50s. He's very tan. He's definitely a sailor. He's a human with a crazy beard and graying white hair. Even though it's in the summertime, he's wearing a thick black pea coat that smells slightly of garbage and seawater. His big bulbous eyes sticking out, and one of his eyes has a milky, opaque color, like that of a polished skull. He sits down next to you, looks you up and down, doesn't say anything, and he shouts at Caden in the corner. Caden Tortellini. "Telling secrets, are ye, Caden? How long have we been on this rock? 1 week? 2 days? Nothing warps your mind more powerful than leading unfinished post and the rot gut spat upon by a crow. A sailor boy, Tosh. Ye know nothing of the sailor's life. Ye drink, but ye nae deserve to." And he slams his fist on the table, and one of the barmaids steps forward to serve him a big glass of beer.
Melody would likely know, is this Ephraim?
Yeah, you can definitely tell that this is Ephraim, a guy that you've met before, from the city of Rockshire.
Well, he
Seems to be paying you no attention, really.
not particularly important then. We will probably meet again, if I had to guess. It would just be, I mean, we're not far from turning in tonight. We've got an inn. I don't know if you all would be okay with sleeping in the woods so we could keep watch. Because he can't come stay in our room at the inn.
Shinebright says, "Yeah, I've been used to sleeping outside a lot in the afternoon ever since I was turned into a sheep. So if I have to do it again, fine."
What do you all think?
I don't mind sitting with him and keeping watch, but he needs to stay outside.
Sibo?
Yeah, I think that would be the best. We should try to find the best spot to hide him, or best spot to like camp out, because there are a lot of creatures out in the woods, and then I don't know if we can, do it all per se.
Shinebright says, but are you sure you want to go back to the forest, which is where Noke is? And that's where he stays, is in the forest. Aren't I safer here within the walls of Zadash? Why would I hide somewhere that's so close to where he spends his days?
I mean, here you would be staying in a stable in some inn.
Oh no. Mm-hmm.
So those are your choices.
We need somewhere there is very not much human traffic or people traffic. We have to think about that. And then I don't know. I mean, boat docks might be a good solution, but maybe we should really think about smuggling him into the library secret room.
We could try that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that far from here, and then I think it would be the best.
It would take about 20 minutes by foot. You'd probably just have to find a way to disguise him somehow from Malamista to get there.
I think that would be easier than try to find the boat, because boat owners might find them and be like, "Oh, what is the sheep doing?" or whatever. I think that's gonna be a trouble.
It's at this point that Ephraim, the old sailor man, leans over and says, he says to Melody, ye be looking familiar. But ye be speaking to a sheep. Ye be looking for the beauty of the sea or the bounty of the land. I reckon ye'd be better off with ye scatty, land-loving girlfriends, tatting lace and gabbing about the spinach. She blasted labor, I tell ya. A seaworthy gal is the only type of gal fit to drink alongside Ephraim Wake.
Well, I do believe we've met. You live in Raksha, I believe?
Yes. And though your face also be familiar, I cannot place it in the same way I cannot place the relentless plover, that dwarf cottage of a frigate. Sailed due east into the Malagasy Ocean, she did, and there were a fair set of gals on that wooden coffin. Beautiful they were, the girls. Not one choked on me lobster. They admired me cooking. They admired me fish. They admired me scallops. That was where I made my name as the best sailing chef of the Virlinian seas. The plover, however, was not as surviving as its name. It ran out of relent. She did. But when we made it back on the shores of Spinaka, I grabbed the hand of the nearest shipborne lass, and we made love on the beach like two flubbering turtles. It was the most intense romance known to Neptune himself.
What the hell is he talking about?
I don't think we're here yet.
I'm sorry. Where were we? Oh, my name be Ephraim. Well met. What is your name, young bard?
I'm Melody, and I've sailed the seas a couple of rounds.
Have we sailed together?
I think not, but I did meet you when we were in Raksha, though I was of a more unkempt appearance then.
Yeah, you look very clean, I must say. Did we sail together with Obrecht? Obrecht Dralian, by any chance?
I don't believe so. I sailed on a different ship and we shipwrecked near Raksha and I swam to shore and have been living there ever since. And then I found these people and here we are trying to unsheep a sheep.
He seems to get the grasp of what you mean. It's at this moment that actually Silrin and Bact re-enter the bar. And Ephraim turns to Sibo and says, wait a minute. Ye look familiar. A worthy one. More worthy than the dread ocean herself. Your bow, your mustache, reminds me of the time I sailed as quittance of the Duchess. She sailed a fine 5 years, she did. I cooked lobsters and cod and spinach with crackling sea salt and pungent lemon I did. But one day we came upon the breaks. Horrible breaks of the mariner's wit. And that ship went down faster than a whore on Father's Day. Made the sailors happy, they did. Curse me. Where are my manners, though? I be Ephraim Wake, and who are ye? I remember your face, but not your name.
Hi, my name is Sibo. Have we met? Sibo has tried to trail his memories back.
I believe you were friends with a fighter and a wizard. We met in Raksha when the murders were happening, I believe. So, who are ye now? Have ye got the gumption of a gallant merman, or the dark-hearted premonition of a bewitched siren? Who do you serve?
Myself.
Zebo, any response to that?
I serve no one.
He turns to look at Emir, who he gathers is a friend of the party, and he stares up as Emir is really tall. And Ephraim says, Son, the cistern needs a looking to, lad. Go fetch yourself some rags ye be fond of, and clean the clocks and brasswork. Tidy up the quarters on the lower deck. You hear me, lad? Say aye when I'm speaking to ye. Say aye to your elders. And he drinks 2 shots in a row and says, Well, lobster got your tongue? Bid hello to the Sea King and heed his call, lest your gullet spits up a blasted runny film, sick at the gutless suffering of your skinny frame's evil-minded brain. Pish posh, go clean the brass, young lad.
I'm just gonna look at the rest of the people here at the table and be like, what is he saying? I don't understand.
I've never seen this man before either.
This is Soren's first time seeing this man, yeah. That, however, has seen him before.
Yeah, well, I have seen this man before. I don't understand what he's saying 90% of the time, and typically don't care.
Soren, I guess you're sitting at the table, so you prompted this sailor to speak, and he reacts towards you as if you were some sort of aristocrat. Who be ye? I didn't picture ye a reading man, one knowledgeable about metaphor and allegory. I reckon the creature of the sea that best represents ye is the stinging manta ray.
If you don't talk to him, eventually he'll go away. So, the bat said something about a sheep or something?
Are you a dullard or a blasted coward? Which is it?
Bat said something about a sheep, didn't he?
Hold me, you did. A right dullard indeed. Better put your hands and eyes to something useful, like standing watch, because ye be no use for dusted books and spiritual enchantments. Just sit down, drink your beer, and speak to me no longer. How about that?
So, Bat said something about a sheep, didn't he? I'm also not talking to the guy, I'm talking to the party.
He's walking towards the bar now, the sailor.
Jesus fucking Christ, what the... Did you know that guy?
Crazy
The
guy.
sheep runs over, by the way, to Soren and starts nuzzling Soren with his big sheep head.
Hello. This is the wizard.
Shinebright. Understands common, speaks sheep.
Gotcha. So, you wanted to get me because I could break a curse or something? Right? Is that the goal?
He says to Melody, tell your friend, we need his healing abilities because Noke and his minions are too strong. I'm afraid they're going to capture me again.
We need your healing abilities because Noke and his minions are too strong. He's gonna capture him again.
Who's Noke? What?
Noke is his apprentice. Emir? Sibo? Do you all want to tell the story?
There's a I don't know. Yeah, this guy here, sheep guy, right? He's got some I don't know what happened specifically, but he's been turning through sheep, and Noke and these other guys are not really happy or trying to capture him. I'm not 100% certain what's going on here, but all I know is we need to not make him sheep anymore. I think that might help.
Gotcha.
And we got some reconnaissance. Noke lives in a treehouse in the woods, which used to belong to Shinebright, and there are 8 other soldiers with him, one of which is an orc, one of which is a bear, and the orc has wolves. We need a wand of polymorph from inside.
I know where he keeps it. He sleeps with it. He puts it under his pillow.
Something I was always a bit curious about is this may be just like the actual polymorph spell with an extended duration. And if that's the case, nearly dying would doing enough harm to kill a sheep would theoretically knock the form out.
Oh, Shinebright backs up. He does not like the sound of that.
So obviously, in game terms, theoretically we could try doing non-lethal damage, like enough to kill a sheep, and then if there is instead an unconscious sheep instead of a conscious wizard, then I can just like cure wounds and bring it back to full, because it's non-lethal, so it shouldn't like bleed out or anything. That's just a thought I had. It's something I was curious about when I was transformed, but I didn't want to bring it up for obvious reasons.
Oh, yeah, you definitely got knocked unconscious, and it didn't unpolymorph you, by the way.
I did.
Well, sounds like we need to go on a stealth to steal a wand from under a pillow.
You said something about wolves?
Yes.
Yeah. A loud howling fills the air, accompanied by the sound of angry yells coming from the patrons, which seems to be drawing closer to the party. It quickly becomes apparent that a huge half-orc has swaggered into the pub, pushing its way towards the party. And beside him appears to be 3 large wolves wearing iron collars. The orc sets his eyes on you, Silren, and strides forward while he holds one hand on the hilt of a very large sword.
Hello? What is popping, my
It says, Mr. Elf.
friend?
Mr. Elf.
All right, I don't just go around calling people by their race. That's not. I don't call you Mr. Orc. Come the fuck on, man.
Yeah, my name is.
It's not. Really, genuinely.
No,
okay.
My name is Guz.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Guz. My name is Silren. Or you
Mr.
could just say
Silren.
you there with the bow. I have so many more interesting features than my pointy ears. For fuck's sake. Sorry.
Mr. Silren, I believe that sheep is the property of Mr. Noke. Could you please hand him over before anybody gets hurt?
The conscious, sentient dude who's tended to do sheep is property?
And at this point, Ephraim starts walking forward and stands next to the sheep and says, "This is going to be a show."
I don't think that... I would like to cast Charm Person on him.
On who?
On the orc.
On the orc? Wait, are we starting a battle? Or what's happening?
Charm Person specifically would hopefully avoid a battle.
Okay, what does he need to do? Is there a save?
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Okay, what? 17?
That succeeds. So he knows I tried to charm
So
him.
he knows you tried.
Yeah.
Well, you just angered him.
All right,
says-
sorry, but in my defense, you had your hand on a sword and you had 3 wolves and you kind of just walked into a bar with some exaggerated swagger. What was I supposed to do?
He says, "Well, Mr. Elf, you asked for it."
Did I?
And the wolves start charging forward, and he takes one step closer.
Alright.
Could everybody please roll initiative?
Well, I tried. a little
It didn't
bit.
have to be like that.
Well, I also never get to use that spell. And it definitely did. I don't know. He was walking at us with a sword and was trying to be like, "Hey, hand us over that dude."
Yeah, he was.
No one needs to get hurt, is what someone says whenever they're intending to hurt someone.
Yes. Can people tell me their initiative, please?
20.
5.
5 for Bat, 20 for Silren, 9 for Emir,
15.
and Sibo?
21.
21. All right. Let me type this turn order in the chat so you can follow along. Give me a moment. You can feel free to take a minute to talk about strategy.
So it seems like I'm gonna
probably-
have to go first. So how are we gonna do this?
I think we should try and focus the orc, or what is it, half-orc? I think we should try and focus the half-orc because hopefully if we fuck up the master, then the wolves will probably flee.
So here's what we know about the orc that we heard from the sheep. So sheep was saying he's a little dull, so his intelligence is low, but he's very good with sword.
Okay. I can also try and back up here just to be an extra buffer in the back line in case the wolves like beeline for the sheep.
And I'm happy to head straight over and to just like guard the sheep and throw vicious mockery. He should fail that then because that's a wisdom save. And that'll give him disadvantage on his
True.
attacks.
I mean, he may have just rolled high, but he did just get a 17 on a wisdom save against my charm.
True.
Wisdom is different than intelligence, so. And if he's like a ranger or something, then he probably is good at wisdom. Wisdom is generally good with animals, and he seems to be good with animals.
That is true. No,
We're
vicious
going to
mockery-
start the battle with Sibo going first to act. You notice people are backing up and backing away from all the stuff that's happening right now.
I'm going to go right here.
Okay, so you're going to back up away from Guz and
I'm going to use my longbow on him.
Alright. Okay, go ahead.
Whoa! Natural 20, so it's 27 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. That does critical damage. So roll your damage, then multiply by 2, and then add your modifier.
So I got 4 and 7 from 2 dice, and then plus 3. So you said times 2?
Oh, if you already used 2 dice, then don't worry about it. So 4 and 7.
Yeah, so the total is 14 damage.
This arrow like flies through the air and stings him right in the neck, and he's starting to bleed out onto his armor. And he does not look happy about this, Sibo, and he shouts at you, Master Noke will be very angry about this. Silren, you're up next.
I'm gonna jump over here, or I'll do this, and I will cast Spiritual Weapon
Okay.
as a spectral folding chair forms behind him and thwaps him in the back of the head.
Okay.
11 probably misses.
What kind of roll do I need to make for that?
It's an attack roll against his AC.
Attack roll against his AC. So you need to roll, right?
Yeah, and I rolled an 11.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna miss. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then I will cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. So you create this bell, and he has to make a saving throw?
Yeah, he makes a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That's an 11?
That's a fail. So that is 1d12 necrotic damage. Oh, fuck. 2 necrotic damage.
Okay. You want to
Also, sorry,
narrate
could
this?
Sure. Also, could I have the chair over here?
Yeah.
I summon a spectral chair which swings at him, but he's able to react in time and he dodges out of the way before quickly turning back to me, and I'm already holding a spectral bell which I ring, and the ring is all he can hear for a moment as his soul starts to get sucked out a little bit through his mouth.
Nice. It's at this point,
His skin
Ephraim.
turns just that much paler.
It's at this point that Ephraim pulls the sheep towards the bar and says, listen, sheep, we're gonna be friends. Melody, it's your turn to act. No idea what that means. Melody, it's your turn to act.
All right, she's gonna try vicious mockery. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
And she's going to insult him just by saying, "Idiot!"
Is that it?
Do you want more?
Yeah. I'd like you to try to hurt my feelings.
Are you sure you have feelings to hurt?
Wait, so where's your mockery? What does he need to roll? Wisdom?
Wisdom 15.
Wisdom 15? He got an 11.
Haha. So, looks like my little weak words did sting.
So he has disadvantage on the next round?
Yes.
And he takes damage.
And he takes 4 psychic damage.
Whoa!
He has disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes.
Next attack roll, okay. Oh, halfling. That did hurt my feelings. Master Noke will be very upset to find out about this. I'm sure you want to be next on his hit list. One of his wolves is about to step forward. Hold on.
Ooh, wait. Melody?
Oh, yeah.
She's going to move over here to block the way to Shinebright.
Okay.
And she's going to inspire Emir.
Okay, Guz's third wolf is going to move forward and try to bite Bat. That is a 19. That's going to do 6 points of piercing damage on Bat. It gnaws right at your leg. Wasabi looks very scared, actually, Bat, as this wolf approaches.
Take a long rest from yesterday.
Nope,
Oh, okay.
not yet.
We probably took a short rest though, right?
Yeah, you did take a short rest.
Yeah.
You
Shift
did
your
heal a
clean
bunch of hit
stuff back.
points. So what are you at now, Bat?
16.
Okay. That is the end of that wolf's turn. We're going to turn next to Emir.
Yes, yeah. I feel like, I don't know, that might be able to handle that wolf that's there, so I'm gonna jump up towards the orc there, try to hit him.
Okay. You got to move.
Yeah, I guess I gotta step into range, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Okay, so if you go in that direction, the wolf would get an opportunity attack. I would suggest you just go one space south rather than diagonal.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Something like that.
Yeah, and that way you can still hit Guz, and the wolf won't attack you.
Alright. So, yeah, I guess I'll do a hit. I don't know, try to just slash him with my axe.
Go
I
ahead
make
and
this
try.
more awkward.
Go ahead and try.
17 to hit.
17 hits. Yes.
Okay. Alright, for damage, I got a 12.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Guz says, Goliath, I thought the halfling wanted to be next on Master Noke's list, but you're a mighty one, aren't you? I think we need to move you a little bit higher on his hit list. You see, he's kind of like making a mental note of who he doesn't like. Is that the end of your turn?
I believe so.
Okay, we're going to move next then to Bat.
Okay, I'm gonna fight this wolf that's in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Hit it with a unarmed attack.
Mhm.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Okay. D4 plus 3. That is 5 damage.
Okay.
And should I hit him again?
I mean,
Yeah.
he just bit you, so it's up to you.
Should I hit him again, or should I do? Well, no, I've got to do that anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him Hit him again with
Okay.
with flurry of blows this time.
All right, let's see what happens.
That's a nat 20 plus 5.
Okay, that's a good hit. That's a hit.
D4 plus 3. Was it doubled for D20s?
That's right.
4, 8 damage.
Bat, you've killed this wolf with your flurry of blows. Would you like to tell us what happened?
Sorry, the dice is doubled, not the modifier.
Oh yeah. No, never mind. That's a
So it would be 2d4 plus 3.
yeah. So it's 5 damage.
That's still enough. Bat,
Okay.
you've killed this wolf with your flurry of blows. Tell us what happened.
While it goes to bite my leg, I crouch down to try to cover the wound, and then I do a cool sweeping kick, and then punch him a second time while he's in the air from tripping him.
Whoa. And as the wolf collapses to the floor and his dead body starts bleeding out, you notice that Wasabi is very scared at all this fighting that's going on. You can see he's trembling in your pocket. It is now Guz's turn to act. Guz is going to take... he's not going to move. He's just going to try to swing his great sword against Emir. So,
With disadvantage.
and he has disadvantage.
Yeah, from
Okay.
vicious mockery.
Okay, well, he has 2 attack rolls, so one of them is down to hit, but he gets disadvantage on the first one.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, I got 16 both times, so 16 plus 5 is 21. 21's going to hit, and that's going to do 10 points of slashing damage on Emir.
Do I get hit twice, or is it
Well, he's going to try to hit you twice.
fair enough?
That's his first attack. His second attack, he's going to try to slash at you again, and this is now his second attack, so I understand he doesn't have disadvantage on the second attack. That's a nat 20. So you are going to take 22 points of slashing damage.
I don't know what my health was from last game.
Yeah, you're unconscious, Emir,
All right, so sweet.
but not dead. He says, and he says, well, I guess Master Noke won't have to deal with you after all. And he's actually going to move forward to stand right in front of Bat, about 10 feet away from Bat. That's the end of his turn. And I believe that's not the end of the round. The other wolves are about to move. The wolf in the far back is going to move forward, leaping over the chairs to stand in front of Bat and try to bite at Bat.
Oh my god.
That is a miss. And the last wolf is going to move up to Emir and try to... Oh, wait. Emir's unconscious. This last wolf is going to move up all the way next to Bat and once again try to bite at Bat's legs. And that's a miss. And that is the end of that round. So we're going to start round 2. Sibo, I believe you're first to act. Okay, so Sibo's going to move, it looks like, along the wall.
You're muted in case you didn't know.
Oh, sorry. I thought yeah. So I'm gonna move there, and then I'm going to attack the orc.
Guys, okay, yeah.
20.
Yeah, that's a hit, a 20.
Believe it or not.
And that's 7, and then because of my bonus thing,
Yeah, the Colossus thing, yep.
it's another 5 damage, so it's total of 12.
He shouts at you and says, Mr. Gnome, Master Noke will be very upset by this. I'm going to have to take a note of where to place you on his hit list. Ephraim shouts out at the party and says, This orc does not seem that bothered or that angry by all of this. I was here for a fight. Now fight! And he slams his fist on the table.
You're very welcome to help.
Soren, it's your turn.
Okay. I was gonna try and bonus action spiritual weapon, but it seems like I can't really heal Ymir with Cure Wounds, so I'm gonna have to Healing Word him.
Okay. You want to do that first?
Yeah. I have one first level spell slot left, and that might not also be super accurate because my spell slots didn't keep track super well between this session and the last.
Mm-hmm.
That is 6 health. You are conscious and at 6, Ymir. You're still prone though.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then I will try to toll the dead on the orc guy again.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
He makes a wisdom save.
Oh. 13?
That's my DC, so he succeeds.
Ah. Silrin. I see you trying. And you see he's like making a mental calculation of all this. I believe that's the end of your turn?
Yes. I'll move here.
Okay.
Just to stay near the sheep.
Before Melody goes, Ephraim pulls Shinebright a little bit further towards the bar and says, all right, sheep. We are gonna get a drink together, we are. Pull up why don't you try to sit up on this chair? And Shinebright says, I haven't had a drink in ages. Noke never gives me what I deserve as a wizard. I would love a drink, in fact. Ephraim, of course, does not understand, but...
Melody's gonna call over. Give him a drink!
Okay. And anything else, Melody? It's your turn.
No, that is not the entirety of my turn.
No, I know.
She's going to cast Vicious Mockery again, and this time she's going to, her mockery is, are you so weak you can only make threats under Noke's name?
9.
Misses. Vicious Mockery again, and, well, I can't do it twice, but that's 3 psychic damage.
Am I really just a pawn in Master Noke's game? Do I have no sense of agency and self-worth? I must ponder this for 6 seconds before I do something else.
Wow.
Is that the end of your turn, Melody?
No, she's going to inspire Bat.
All right, Bat, you now have Bardic Inspiration from Melody.
Cool.
And she will stay where she is. Thank you.
Okay, next act is, well, actually, Bat just killed that wolf. So, next act is Ymir.
Can I take my second wind before I start hitting things?
Yes, you can. You can.
Okay. Let me do that.
Okay. So, Ymir is currently surrounded by both Guz and 2 of his wolves.
So, with my second wind, I just rolled a 5 plus 3, which is 8 health back.
Yep, so you're now at 14 health.
Right. And, is our orc friend close enough for me to hit him?
Yeah, he's diagonal from you. You can strike him.
All right, I'm gonna make an attempt to hit him with the axe.
Okay, go for it.
I rolled a 19, so 26 to hit.
That hits.
And 8 plus 5 is 13 damage.
Okay. You notice, you slash him in the side, so he's bleeding from both his side and neck, and he shouts at you. He shouts both towards you and at Melody, saying, I'm not giving up my life for Master Noke. Maybe I should take pride in my half-orc heritage. Shinebright can be caught by another one of Noke's minions. It doesn't need to be me.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's bullshitting us?
Go for it.
Where's my insight bonus? Plus 5.
Melody's gonna call out, yes, you are a free man. Make your own choices.
16.
Silrin, you think he's probably telling the truth.
Okay.
And you think he's probably very unhappy with how wounded he is.
This is like the worst time for you to have a character arc based on you not wanting to be a pawn. Like, since you're about to either die or get knocked out.
Very bad timing. Oh, speaking of timing, Bat, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of things around me.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. I'm gonna start attacking. Which wolf? Which wolf? I guess both are kind of in the way, so I'll just attack either one. I'll attack this one.
Okay, go for it. The wolf directly south of you.
Yep. D20 plus 5. That's 21 to hit.
Yeah, that's a big hit.
And that does 6 damage.
Hmm.
And then another hit, another attack.
Mm-hmm.
9 to hit. That probably doesn't.
9 misses.
I'm gonna luck point that.
Okay.
13 to hit.
13 hits, exactly.
Okay, nice. D4 plus 3. 6 damage.
That's enough. You want to tell us how you killed this second wolf?
Damn. Damn. Describing how to kill things as a monk gets repetitive eventually because I cannot think of other ways to do it, and then I think of a reference, and then no one gets the reference.
Use the reference.
No, it's not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I don't get it.
All right.
Yeah, he dies. I do a cool meaty blow. I hit him with my meaty claws.
And yeah, your meaty claws punch him and pummel him, and the second wolf dies right alongside the first wolf. So there are 2 dead wolf bodies right in front of you. You're noticing that the patrons are shouting, this is disgusting. And people are, and the newcomers are saying, does this happen all the time in Malamisto? That's the end of your turn. It's now Guz's turn. Guz is going to use the disengage action and run away. His movement
Go
is...
be your own man.
I think
probably shouldn't let him run away though, because
I think I need to be my own man. And he runs over here. That's the end of his turn. Next act.
Hey, would you like to call your wolves off, or we can also just kill them?
I don't know. I'm just thinking he's bleeding out pretty heavily. I don't know if he's gonna keep running like that. It's not gonna stop him from bleeding out. I don't know how far he's really gonna make it.
I'm okay with letting this guy go. It seems like he's actually, on a redemption arc.
Yeah, I support.
But if he doesn't call his wolves off, then we can also just kill them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's the wolf's turn to act, and the wolf is going to try to bite it back.
All right. Bye-bye.
The wolf misses again, and that's the end of round 2. It's the top of round 3. Sibo, what would you like to do?
I mean, party seems to be on sort of supporting his redemption.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have I don't know, I have a bad feeling about just letting him go like that.
Okay.
Can I do a persuasion check?
On who?
Guz.
Guz, what are you going to say?
I'm gonna say, why don't you help us turn Shinebright back to his normal self, and then you can finally redeem yourself and be truly a free man.
Okay. Can you make a persuasion roll at disadvantage because he's kind of far from you and he's not really paying attention to you?
I still got 17. Woohoo!
You don't notice any reaction coming from him. He's pondering his choices. He's just kind of like staring at the ceiling of the pub.
And is that my action?
I think so, unless you have a bonus action.
No.
Silrin, you're next.
I will give you 2 seconds to call your wolf off, or I'm killing it. All right, and then I kill the wolf. I will. I'm gonna bonus action. This one's dead, right?
Yeah, both of them are dead. Yeah.
I will pull my spiritual weapon over with a bonus action and hit it in the face.
Okay, so chair to wolf's face. Let's see what happens.
13.
Yeah, and the chair crashes into the wolf's face, bloodying up his nose and mouth for how many points of damage?
5 force damage.
Wow. The wolf is bleeding from ear to ear. There's like wolf teeth hanging out from the wooden chair hitting him.
And then I'll do Toll the Dead.
Okay. That's a save.
Yep, it's a wisdom save.
Got a 12.
That is a fail.
He's probably gonna die.
Probably. 4 points of necrotic damage.
This wolf is hanging on by a thread. It's panting and wheezing. Its gray hair is graying even further as it takes one step closer to its demise. Melody, before you take your turn, the bartender steps forward and pours both Ephraim and the sheep a shot in a shot glass. And Ephraim says, Sheepy, drink up. This is gonna be a good one. Good one to tell the lads back on boat. And he downs his shot, and he helps. He takes the shot glass to Shinebright's mouth, and Shinebright like licks it up with his big sheep tongue. He seems to be loving this. Melody, it's your turn to act. There's one wolf almost dead, and Guz is kind of fleeing the party.
She's going to... Man, she has 25 movement. Can she reach him? Not quite. She can almost get there. She's gonna get here.
So you're gonna get
she's going
closer?
to... Yes. And she's going to offer Guz, look, you are a free man. You can make your own choices. But I offer you the help of our party to go defeat the one who had you under his spell, making you think you had to work for him. Would you help us defeat Noke? And she holds out her hand.
Make a persuasion check, please.
Ooh, that's a 24.
He says to you, Miss, your offer sounds good, but I can't show my face again, Master Noke, without Shinebright under my arms. I think I need to run and hide and start a new life in a new town with a new name. And he withdraws from your hand.
Then, can she, is she close enough to, pat him on the back or on the arm or something?
If you would like.
So she pats him on the arm and says, then go be your own man. And that's her turn.
Okay. It's the... let's see. It's Emir's turn to act. So Emir, you're standing next to a wolf that's almost dead. And Guz says he's going to start a new life. He's almost near the exit of this pub. What would you like to do?
Kind of feel bad having to kill the wolf because I don't know, it's a dog. I don't know, that's all I can think right now, but I don't know. It feels like it's the right thing to do because it's pretty much on the verge of death, so I guess, yeah.
Does it look like it's about to flee?
Not yet.
It's it being at 1 health and its master is running away and it's surrounded, it's not going to run away?
Not yet. It's not its turn yet.
Whoa.
You just know. I mean, you don't notice any animal expression on its face because it's bloody and splintered from what just happened in the last attack.
I'm just gonna make a decision. I'm just gonna hit it with the axe, put it out of its misery. It's been through enough.
Okay.
So that's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, sorry, 6 damage.
Yeah.
I moved myself on accident.
So you cleave this wolf's head with your axe. Guz shows no emotion, kind of shrugs. It's actually not his turn yet. Bat, you get to act first.
Oh. I mean, we're not really fighting him. So
Yeah.
guess I'll kick up a chair and just take a little break.
All right. It's at this point Guz looks at Melody and says, Your words really got to me today. I am a free man. I am my own man. I'm gonna go find a new home. Goodbye. And he leaves the pub.
Safe travels. Well,
He better not come back at us.
he seems to be rather simple-minded. It sounds like this is what he's going to head off and do, and we've defeated him once. We could defeat him again if need arises. It might take him a bit to recover.
Everybody go ahead and take 75 experience points for that encounter and battle for killing those wolves. And convincing Guz to leave and start a new life. Shinebright and Ephraim kind of stumble over to Silrin, and Ephraim says, "Hey, your sheep be a funny little buddy. He knows how to drink."
Yes, well, he was a person. I don't. Was that evident? Did you understand? Did you just think that was a wild sheep that you were going to give alcohol to?
I ordered 2 shots, one for Ephraim, one for this sheep, and this sheep drank it all.
Holy shit, dude. That's really cool. Good for you, man. Good for you. Yes, that's a fun sheep. Someone's just like not having it with this guy.
Reminds me of
wait,
the
I'm
time-
sorry. So you didn't understand that was a person transformed into a sheep. You thought that was a wild sheep. That wasn't a sentient sheep. That was just an animalistic sheep that you were going to feed alcohol to.
He looks really confused by what you're saying, Silrin, and says, you be saying this is not a sheep? This is a person?
It has the mind of a person, yes.
How could that be?
Which is why he knew what alcohol was.
By the holy saints of the ocean, I nay believe ye. Show me some proof.
No. I don't need to prove shit to you.
The sheep drunkenly starts nuzzling Ephraim.
Alright, do you want to stick with this guy? I mean, if you stick with this guy, we're dipping, and we're not helping you.
He seems to kind of understand you. He seems to understand you, Silrin, and he stumbles forward and starts nuzzling you instead.
Yeah.
All right, so
Sorry about the ultimatum a bit.
what we need to do is get that wand of polymorph, turning to Shinebright.
Alright, well, I definitely cannot go on a wand of polymorph stealing mission. I have 1 spell slot left.
And Emir is very low in health.
Yeah,
So is Bat.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should find like a place where we can stay and then probably heal up or do something. And I suggest library, secret room.
That'd be good, but this is Malomisto. They might let us take a sheep up into our room. If we wanted to get a room here, we could ask.
Yeah, you do get the vibe that everything goes
can
in
we ask
Malomisto.
first? Yeah, let's ask.
Yeah, I would prefer to sleep in a nice, furnished room rather than a dingy basement that was previously inhabited by cannibals. I can't imagine it smells too good down there.
So Blake is asking to the party who has a high persuasion chance.
Melody is very good.
I do.
Okay, Melody, you go ahead.
Soren
Okay.
has proficiency, but he only has a +1 charisma.
I mean, doesn't hurt to try.
I have kind of high, but Melody is like 1 higher, so
Yeah, I have +7.
Woo.
Yes.
never mind.
That is high.
So she wanders over to the bar and goes over to the innkeep who was talking earlier.
Yep.
and says, "Hello, we are looking for a room tonight for all 6 of us."
He holds his hand out and says, "My dear, all 6 of you? How many beds?"
How large are the beds?
Wait, hang on a second. Don't we have a room here already?
No, you have a room at the Mighty Quill. It's another tavern.
Is that in the city?
Shoot.
It's in the city, yeah.
Let's go there.
But
You could go there.
But they wouldn't allow a sheep upstairs. Like, if I had to guess, this would be the only tavern in town who would allow a sheep in a room.
Okay. I believe your instincts. Go ahead.
Yes, all 6 of us. We've got a friend here who's in a bit of a pickle, and we were wondering if perhaps he could join us in our room. He wouldn't take up much space.
And for the night, the cheapest room I can give you is going to be 24 coppers. It's not a great room, but it is free, and there are enough mattresses for the lot of you.
Well, we can have multiple rooms. And also we can go higher than 24 coppers.
It's pretty cheap, actually.
Yeah. I have 514 coppers. I could out of my pocket, I could individually pay for one of those rooms for each of us, and then still have over 700 gold left. We can go much higher than 24 coppers.
Do you have a more comfortable room? What's the next level up? We could take a couple as well.
The bartender says, I mean, this is Malo Misto after all. Pretty much all the rooms are the same, dusty, but comfortable cots and
You're really
tables.
bad at selling these.
Oh,
I'm going to be honest. You don't describe your hotel as dusty.
Well,
would you allow us to take our friend, pointing at Shinebright, to come up with us as well?
yeah, I don't see why not.
All right.
He kind of looks at you with his 2 glass eyes. The party's kind of getting the sense that he might actually be blind and unable to see what all of you look like. And he says, "Yeah, why not? So how many rooms is it going to be?"
How many rooms do we want? She asks to the party.
Let's get
I'd say
2.
2 to 3.
Yeah.
We'll
Sounds
take
like
2
reasonable.
rooms.
All right, so hand over the coppers.
All right, here you go. She
Okay.
hands him 48 coppers.
Okay.
And where would we find them? Just
They're on the main floor, directly west of you. He walks out and points to one of them, and he says, "This room is free." And he walks next to another room and says, "And this other room is free."
lovely. Well, we'll be in those 2 then.
All right. So the sheep kind of, Ephraim and the sheep kind of stumble over. Ephraim shouts at the barkeep, Another round for me and my sheepy."
Is he still here? Oh wait, is the tavern the same as the inn?
Yeah, it's a tavern.
Oh,
Tavern
okay.
/ inn, yeah.
Gotcha. I thought we went to a different building.
No.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Meanwhile, one of the barmaids happens to be a pale-faced tiefling with 2 really small horns, and notices that the party has a tiefling in it. She walks up to Silren and say, "Hey, who's your friend? Who's your tiefling friend over there?"
Can I make an insight check?
Okay.
Because I don't know. I don't feel comfortable necessarily doxing Bat to a stranger just in case.
All right, make an insight check.
Give her my IP right now.
What is my insight? It is +5. 8.
I mean, she seems naturally inquisitive, and she looks honest, as far as you can tell.
That's Bat.
You know, we don't see so many tieflings around here, and I don't know if you know. Is he a family man? Is he in a relationship?
Hey, Bat.
What is it? What is it? Scramblers, Scramblers.
That's not my name. I don't know who that
I
is.
forgot your name for a hot second.
I
And
have
just
no idea
so funny.
who you're talking about, Bat.
What's up, Soren?
Different campaign. Come. Just come over here.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over.
I don't feel comfortable having this conversation about you in lieu of you being here.
Okay.
She kind of like scurries a little bit behind you. She's very, very shy.
Then I'll point away from her and just look right at Bat. Someone wanted to know if you're single.
Huh?
What's your scene right now? What's your deal? Are you single and ready to mingle? Are you out on the prowl? Are you ready to sit down, with someone for a long time, or are you still, a free spirit?
I don't know how to answer this question.
Do you want to fuck?
Wow, that's a blunt way of putting it.
In addition to probably hand-holding, I'm assuming.
No, that's too lewd. Come on.
True.
Yeah, Wasabi seems very frightened by this kind of talk coming from Silrin.
All right, Wasabi, you don't even understand what I'm saying.
You don't understand that, Wasabi.
And you enjoy murder, so I don't respect your opinion.
I mean, not particularly at the moment. I'm at like 16 health.
I think I meant more in the long term. Here's another important question.
Fucking for multiple days? Like what? How?
No, I meant like here's a different important question. Neither is obviously an acceptable answer. But do you prefer hot dog and/or taco? Which way do you swing?
It's at this point that the tiefling lady walks over to the sheep and says to you, Silrin, "Is that your sheep? He's so pretty. Can I pet him?" And she starts petting him.
Yo, Shinebright, are you good with this?
Shinebright is
give me 2
slightly
bars for
inebriated.
no.
He's slightly inebriated and he seems to be tickled by this lady all of a sudden, like, rubbing his wool. And he's bowled over in laughter at this point.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as a yes. I think he's cool with it.
Yeah. And she says, "Oh, that was so much fun." And then she whispers to you, Silrin, I can see the 2 rooms that you rented right across from the bar. So just let me know which one your friend's going to be in." And she pats you on the back and heads back to the bar.
Well, wait, before she goes, well, he's not going to be in there alone. Just so you know.
Yeah.
In
Her
case...
eyes turn a glossy red color, and she says, "I don't care." And she heads back to behind the bar.
Holy shit! Well, I am not telling her which room we're in. Jesus Christ!
It's at this point that you notice that Caden, the little boy drinking beer, is still a little bit sluggish from sleeping earlier. He's also inebriated, and he's starting to leave the tavern. You've overheard him bid goodbye to his drinking buddies. Melody, Emir, are we doing anything? Sibo?
It's Russia.
Melody just sits down on like a chair nearby and listens to this whole exchange and just laughs.
Are the wolf corpses just like bleeding out on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pull them outside.
Okay.
And Melody will prestidigitate the blood spots left.
Get rid of this.
That's nice of
smell.
you.
Like this corpse removal.
Yep.
I'll
Okay.
I'll just fucking throw them in the... Is that a river or like the sea?
That's the sea.
I'll just throw them in the sea.
This shark.
Is anybody helping you? They're kind of heavy.
Would anybody like a wolf corpse? No? Cool.
Ephraim shouts towards the bar. Another round! Another round! My sheep be on the ground! He's bowled over in laughter. He needs another drink.
Nope, no he doesn't. He had one. He can have more when he's an elf again.
I'm gonna go up to the sheep and just pick him up. I forgot his name, his actual name. but
Shinebright. He's really heavy.
That's fine. I'll pick him up and take him to the rooms.
Okay, go. Yeah, tell me which room.
The one that is one of the ones that is rented.
So, how about
know.
this one? The
Yeah,
first
sure.
one, the northernmost one.
Sure,
And
yeah.
Melody will follow.
Okay, I throw the wolf bodies in the water.
Emir, Sibo, we doing anything?
Not enough. I guess I'm just kind of observing everything, maybe going into the other room.
Emir, you're a very big man. Could you help me with these?
Oh yeah, sure, definitely.
Thank you. I have
Yeah,
8 strength.
I'll
This is an
I'll
ordeal.
try to help with the wolf corpse.
Well, I mean, Sibo, you can try. You're already encumbered, but you can definitely try.
No, I'm not encumbered right now because I don't have my armor.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so the three of you can drag all 3 wolf bodies out. So Melody, Bat, and the sheep are all in the same room. What's happening?
Oh, I'm just keeping him away from the bar and crazy what's it? Ephraim Wake? Ephraim, yeah, and I'm keeping it away from that guy.
The sheep starts panting at you, starts yelling at you, Melody. Bat, 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 bat.
I can't understand you, so
We're out of speak with animals.
Bat. It's nodding his
Alright.
head.
I know we're out of speak with animals, but you can still understand me.
Bat. He nods his
Lovely.
head.
We can just do a yes or no system.
Yeah, you can nod your head for yes, shake your head for no. That should suffice for most things. We need to sleep, and you're no good if you're drunk. So, we found you a room. You can stay with us here. And if we go to bed early, I'll ask everyone else about this when they come back. Then perhaps we could get up earlier in the morning and use the cover of darkness to go steal that wand.
Nods his head.
Which is what we would say if we were to steal a wand, but we wouldn't do that. That'd be crazy talk, at least something to mention in public, but we're not doing that.
Well,
No, because we're in a private room right now.
yeah, they're
we're
in a private room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
So
mean-
I thought we were still. You're talking about the room, so I thought you were standing outside.
Yeah, so Melody, Bat, and the sheep are in a room, and the 3 of you are now done dragging the wolf bodies out.
Okay.
Are you all going to come into the room that we're in?
Are we? I mean, sure.
Melody's going to step out and motion everyone into the room.
Because we have to talk first before we sleep or, assign rooms.
Yes, we'll have to split up to make room in the 2, but we do need to talk. I suggest that we sleep now, get up early in the morning. She's going to make sure the door is closed.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty shabby door, but you can close it. You just can't lock it.
All right, that's fine. And she's not going to speak at a super loud voice. She doesn't want other people to hear. And we get up early in the morning and use the cover of darkness left before dawn to go steal the wand and unsheep him. And then we'll have someone strong on our side if we want to go take back the treehouse.
We have dark visions, don't we? All of us?
I don't.
Melody does
I
not
don't.
either.
So if we take a long rest, it will be midnight. I don't know. I was thinking about maybe ambushing them at night when they will be technically sleeping. That was just a thought. But
What?
I don't know if that plan would be good in this case.
This feels like a strange question, but what race is your apprentice?
It's at this point you notice that the sheep is
Yeah.
sound asleep on the floor of
It's-
this bedroom.
All right, I wake him up. It's 3 p.m., man. We need you for like 2 more seconds. We're doing you a favor. Come on.
You're gonna have to ask him specific races because I'm out
Yes,
of speak with animals.
Yeah, I know.
Or-
He'll need to do yes or no.
Actually, no. Melody's gonna pull out her Falklick and Vandor. This is too important. Strum, speak with animals.
He's sort of coming to. He looks a little like hungover, and he's like, bah, bah.
All right, I get you're tired. I understand. However, we're doing you a favor, and it's 3 p.m. So please do your best to stay conscious. It's literally the least you can do.
He leaps into your arms as best as he can and licks you on the face.
That you're a person. That's not.
And says, well, you can't understand it, but he says, I haven't spoken to an elf in ages. I miss my people so much.
She misses elves. He misses elves.
Cool. What race is your apprentice?
Noke? Noke is a human.
Okay, so he won't have dark vision. And you said there were 8 people with him?
No. He has 3 apes as his minions.
Gotcha.
And he turned one of my old guards into a bear.
Like how big are we talking in terms of apes?
6-7 feet tall, taller than me for sure. Taller than you
Okay,
for
so
sure.
not King Kong.
I don't understand the reference.
You haven't heard the legend of King Kong?
Tell me what it is.
The
Is it magical?
the CR5 ape who can beat the shit out of people really well.
See what? What?
It's cleric terminology. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So what's the layout of your treehouse?
Oh, my treehouse. It has 3 levels. 1 level is outdoors, and all the floors of my treehouse are circular. I mean, I'm into magic, and I think about circles and circularity and death and life. So all the floors of my treehouse are circles. There's the main circle. I mean, there's the entryway circle, which is relatively small, that leads up to the largest platform, which is a really big circle. I have a library. I have a dining room with a little kitchen and a stove, and I have a fireplace and a chimney and a sitting area. I used to love to have tea there with my apprentices back in the day. And connected to the salon is a very small bedroom where I used to take my rest until Noke took my home away from me, turned me into a sheep. We gotta get him. We gotta get him and that wand. Make sure that you have that wand.
So he was your wizard apprentice, correct?
He was.
How good was he?
Pretty good in terms of knowing how to do magic. He's not the most experienced, I would say. He's not like me. He's not Finithir Shinebright.
Yeah, what spells can he cast? What should we be ready for?
He knows a spell called Haste, which can speed things up. I'd be quite afraid of that. I've also taught him the spell Thunder Wave. Have you heard of it? This massive thunder emanates from him in a cube and kills things. He used to use it on rats in the jungle.
There are rats in the jungle?
There are rats in the jungle. And crocodiles and all kinds of other things.
Yeah, I just assume rats weren't jungle beings.
Haven't you heard the term jungle rat?
No.
Well,
to be fair,
it's a magician's term. I can't expect a cleric to understand.
To be fair, I've lived in a city for 100 years, and I've only left in the last month. So, also mean. You don't need to throw shade at me just because I don't. I'm not a wizard.
What other
So,
spells?
The wizard is the noblest of professions. I mean, you
All
chose
right.
the cleric's life. It's okay. We need the clerics in this world. I understand.
Yeah. Well,
So,
Mr. Noble Wizard, we could also just leave you here as a sheep.
Would do that.
You don't.
That
you
would
don't
be no
seem
good to
very.
either of us.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, it would be better for us. We wouldn't need to go expend our energy and risk our lives. Talk about fucking noble.
Tears
Jesus
start to
Christ.
well up in his eyes, and he rests his big sheep head on your lap, and he says, "Wouldn't leave me like this, would you? How would you feel if you were turned into an animal that you wouldn't want to be for the rest of your life?"
Oh, friend. You don't understand. I'm just fucking throwing shit at you because you're calling yourself noble and better than us, but you're also a sheep right now.
Yeah. Well, surely you'd be willing to help me.
I am. You're just being a dick.
Okay, enough argument. Sibo is going to try to break things off. And then Sibo is going to ask the sheep, so what are the chances of us succeeding at ambushing him at night and steal his wand from him?
That's a great idea, actually, because the apes typically guard. I've only seen the apes guard the territory really in the daytime. So if you go at night, maybe the apes will be asleep.
Okay, I have a question about your tower, your treehouse tower thing. Is each floor just like a kind of patio type thing, or is it it's a patio type thing?
Yep.
Not like a secluded. Okay.
It's all built in this massive oak tree in the forest.
Yes, I understand that part. I just want to know if the rooms were closed off with walls, or if they're just like.
Oh no, they have walls, and floors, and ceilings.
Are there windows and
windows? Yes, that's a proper home.
Can you open the windows from the outside?
Oh, that I don't know.
Window.
I did not have them built to be open from the outside. I guess you could smash.
Do you have any balconies?
I do not have any balconies.
Okay, here's the plan.
I imagine a tree will be very easy to scale if we must.
Yeah, we have potions of climbing.
The highest platform is only 40 feet off the ground, so.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
The lowest platform is 10 feet off the ground. You can just take the ladder up.
So where do apes sleep? Do you know?
They sleep in the barracks outside. If I were sleeping in my bed, I could see them through the window of my bedroom.
I'm pretty good at making us all quiet, so hopefully we can get up to his room without too much of a stink. We can beat the shit out of him before, help arrives. So you said he has 3 apes and a bear? Is that it?
As far as I can tell.
And then he also had the wolves, but we just dealt with those.
Yeah.
Where does the bear sleep?
You killed them all. I don't want you to kill the bear. The bear used to be one of my guards. He's also been polymorphed.
So he follows Noke?
He does now.
Do you think he'll be true to you after he's reverted?
Very possible. It's very, very possible. But we have not been able to communicate since we've both been polymorphed.
All right. Is there going to be a moment where it's the climax and we're look inside of yourself. It's me, your friend, and there's any way we can call to him or something. That's good to know ahead of time.
Call to him? What does that mean?
If someone's going crazy and you can be wake up, it's me. Remember that time on the beach that we kissed or something? I feel like knowing that now is important for planning.
An important memory that only he and I would know?
Yes, the last minute Deus Ex Machina. Everyone has one.
Are you asking me to tell you what was the last memory I had before we were polymorphed?
An important memory that we can use to turn him to our side.
I think one of the most important memories was the time he was also serving as my food tester. And I was trying a soup, a cold soup made with forest berries. And he told me that it was both sweet and acidy, as I recall. He should have said acidic, but some people around here, they don't learn very good common.
That's your sentimental memory with him.
Yeah.
All right, I don't think this plan is going to work. Maybe we should just beat him up without killing him.
And
Do you
do
think
know
I
where-
maybe? Do you think I maybe mistreated my guards?
Well, if that's your best memory of them, I think it's likely. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Shinebright
literally
is
don't know
very
your
puzzled.
guards. So
What's that, Bat?
I said I literally don't know your guards. So like maybe
does Noke have any? Did you teach him any guard spells like alarm or anything warding?
Hmm. I bet if you, I would love a cup of coffee. Actually, you could give me a cup of coffee. It would revive my soul and my memory.
Pulls out Luke's lucky mug.
Wait. That's so unrelated to the question. What?
Imagines coffee in the mug.
Okay, can you roll a d6, please, Melody?
Wait. So she asked, "Does he have the alarm spell?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'd love some coffee."
That's what he said.
4.
yeah, basically.
I thought he like misheard.
You did not mishear. That's what he said.
Okay.
And the mug filled with a delicious brew of almond
What about-
roasted coffee.
We're about to go to sleep.
I'm going to give you the coffee if you tell me whether he has any alarm spells.
He says, I remember all of the spells now. Thank you for the coffee, my dear. So I'm going to post this in the chat. Oh, wait. You can't see
Wait,
that.
you just needed to see
No,
the
sorry.
coffee?
Sorry, you can't see that. It's in
Yo,
code.
he's got square exclamation point 81 square 3
Yes, Ray of Frost, Prestidigitation, Mending. He has Message, Expeditious Retreat, Jump, Thunderwave, Enlarge, Reduce, Levitate, Haste, and Slow.
Hold up. Why does this guard know so many spells?
This is the apprentice.
Oh,
The
this is-
apprentice, not the guard.
okay.
Yeah, the guard doesn't know any.
If the guard transformed into a bear could cast haste, that'd be fucking wild.
Yeah.
And I would be very upset because I couldn't cast spells when I was transformed.
I can't cast spells, period.
Got him. Yeah, but you can run up walls and whatever.
Not yet. Not this level. Not this level either.
And we don't know which of these he has prepared.
That's correct.
He could have all of them prepared. He could have only a few.
But
I mean,
that means if his guards are sleeping, there's no other way to awake him up unless he's rigged some physical alarm.
Yes.
correct.
Yeah. If he sees us, though, he could silently send a message to one of his guards, and they could start, moving against us without us realizing.
Perhaps the best thing would be to do something like one of us or two of us go up to steal the wand, and if something goes wrong, we make out some form of communication that will allow the rest of us who are watching to know when to go through, and that would also allow us to defeat the apes before they get up there or something.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of advantage in ambushing. I feel like we should take a long rest and maybe go through with this plan.
Yes, definitely, I agree.
Yeah.
Also, something
Yeah, because
sorry.
try to get them head on might be more of a headache than when they don't see it coming.
Something to keep in mind. Haste is a very powerful effect. Not as strong for spellcasters. It's better to put on like a weapon user because they can make extra attacks with the special haste action. But if we're able to interrupt the caster's concentration, once it ends, then whoever was hasted, time suddenly catches up and they're stunned for a round. So, like, if he hastes them and then we immediately, bop him out of concentration, then, like, we can basically turn off whoever he hasted for, like, a good
know how-
So how can you turn off somebody's concentration? By
Hitting
hurting them?
Yeah, hitting them really hard.
Oh, okay.
Mechanically, every time they take damage, they need to make a Constitution saving throw with DC 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher. And if they
Okay.
failed, no
Melody, what were you gonna say?
How many of these spells require a verbal component? Shinebright would probably know.
Almost all of them.
So if I cast Silence, he would be unable to cast the majority of these spells.
That's quite true.
That sounds about right.
Although we would not necessarily be able to cast our verbal spells either.
True, but if I were to go up and cast Silence, and then there's someone there to hit him really hard, I could keep him mostly magically disabled, while other people...
That actually sounds like a great plan. So you can silence the room, and then somebody knocks him off when he is sleeping, and then we can take the wand, and then we can use some rope or some kind of like thing to bind him, and that will be...
We
What?
can also probably just kill him. I don't know if we need to bind him necessarily.
But what if, once we have the wand, the issue isn't what to do with him, because I think the clearest choice is to cast polymorph on him into something like a snail or a
No,
turtle.
polymorph me back to being an elf first.
We would, but if we don't take care of Noke while we have the wand, we won't be able to get back to you safely.
You're a smart nobleman. You understand threat assessment, correct?
I do, but I think you should disable Noke without polymorphing you. I've seen what you did to these wolves. You're definitely strong enough.
Well, he can cast third level spells. We shouldn't be too brass.
Use your tactics and your arrows.
We are talking about using our tactics. We're describing a tactic right now.
Yes. So
I think
agree with me.
think it will be good. I think it will be good if we like brought some kind of like, like a mouse cage kind of thing, and then turn him into mouse, and then we bring back. So after casting, the magic to turn Noke into mouse, and we trap him, and then we undo you, and then we can turn him into the authorities, and I think that will be the best.
No, I was going to ask, are there a set number of charges to the polymorph wand?
Shinebright says, yeah, of course. I just can't tell at this point how many are left.
How many were there?
They don't recharge at...
This one does not.
Okay.
And all I know is he sleeps with it, so it should have at least one charge. Hopefully it doesn't only have one charge. If it does, use it on me. I'm the wizard. Then I can sleep and learn new things and cast better spells.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't one of you have a set of manacles? Doesn't one of you have some chains or rope? Tie him up.
We can also just knock him out with damage. We don't need to tie him up.
Yes, I like the sound of that. Please
do.
do.
Here is something that I want to establish right now. If one of us gets polymorphed during the fight, and it lasts for the longer duration than the spell, similar to your effect right now, you, as a high-level wizard, will break the curse.
Of course.
Okay.
But someone needs to break the curse on me first.
And you're able to do that, correct?
Yes, of course.
And you will do that on everyone that gets polymorphed.
Of course. What do I look like? A third-level caster? I'm Finithir Shinebright.
I'm just double-checking. And if you try to double-cross us, we'll turn you back into a sheep.
I think I'm at your mercy. I have no intention of double-crossing my potential saviors.
And
that would be too backhanded.
And what else exactly are you offering us?
What would you like? I could tell your fortune. I could teach you new spells. I could get you magic items. What do you want?
Well, for starters,
how about we talk about this after saving you?
Yes.
Well, right now we have leverage.
we'll have leverage then too, because he's not gonna be an asshole about it. I don't think.
Hey, what's your language?
Yeah, I don't know if this is how he's acting as a sheep. I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Still got a bit of an ego, even as a sheep.
He nods at you, Bat, and says, deservedly so. I am Finithir Shinebright.
Okay, shut up. Stop using your own name as a compliment. I'll kick your ass.
I'm just saying, I've never heard of him. Is that, I don't know.
Language.
Hey, Ymir has a point.
How about this?
He hasn't heard of your name.
I don't expect the lesser giants of the West to have heard of me.
How about this? All right. First thing, once we transform you from a sheep, I have a requirement. Be less racist. Holy shit. That is, you need to see people as humanoids, not humans or elves or Goliaths or halflings or gnomes or whatever. You need to see people as people, all right? The distinction is less important than you're giving it merit, okay? That is one requirement for you to be unsheepified.
He's tearing up and once again resting his big sheep face in your lap and says, I train apprentices of all races.
Okay, well, you just called, giant folk lesser. So, baby steps.
He says, oh, you do have a point.
Anyway, sorry. Training anti-bias. Anti-bias training indeed.
Anti-bias training is now part of the campaign.
This is a weird direction that I did not expect this campaign to go. Here's another thing. I think this may be a lesser reward depending on how many charges are left, but I think a part of this could be we get the wand.
Oh, after you polymorph me back,
after we
can talk about that.
After we unpolymorph you, I think we should get the wand.
But I don't know if it's a safe idea to put it in your hands.
You're
This is
trusting
yours.
You're
the sheep right now.
already.
True.
So your protection of it has not exactly proven.
But I do think you need someone with as much expertise as I do to examine the wand before you use it, so I can detect how many charges are on it.
Yes, and then we keep it afterwards.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I made my name in polymorph. Giving a wand like that away,
so you can make another. You can find.
You can always make new ones.
It would take many weeks to do, but I could make another. You are correct about that, Mr. Soren.
Yes. So you could absolutely do that.
I could, indeed.
And we are, and yes, I know you're framing it like it's a very big cost. However, the alternative is we leave you as a sheep.
Yes, and that's not going to happen. So
yes.
I suggest you take a long rest right now and go through with your plan to infiltrate under the cloak of darkness.
And then once we complete it, I'm establishing this now, so that we know what we're getting into, and we have the reward established now. We get the wand and one favor we can cash in later.
What do you mean a favor?
We don't exactly have a need for it right now, but we're adventurers. We get in all kinds of trouble. So having a powerful wizard, one get out of jail free card from a powerful wizard, or potentially we ask you for a magic item or a spell scroll or something.
Soren, make a persuasion check with advantage, because it's like 5 of you saying this message.
All right, what is my persuasion? Plus 3.
Favor.
Advantage is 22.
Yeah, I would be inclined to be okay with that, as long as the favor itself is reasonable. I can't just slay a king, for example.
Yes, we're not going to do that. But, if we're, stuck somewhere in jail and we're able to contact you, then we may cash in on that favor for you to teleport in and warp us out or something like that.
Things like that I could do, and I would agree to.
Awesome. Okay, so the wand and the favor.
And
Why not?
I think there is one more thing that we need to know before we go to sleep, just to make sure we've got everything.
Okay.
How do we use the wand of polymorph to anti-polymorph you?
You wave it at my direction and say the magic word.
Which is?
Gibber.
Sorry, what was that?
Gibber?
Gibber?
Yeah. I'll spell it for you if you've never heard of this advanced magician's vocabulary. Gibber. Gibber.
You just said it like, yeah, duh. Gibber, idiot. Haven't you heard of it? Gibber.
And I remember when we were first talking about rewards, you offered each of us one. And so, besides the wand...
And a favor for the party. Yes, I'm quite okay with that. It's a great idea.
Okay, and would you still be willing to not use the favor for the party, but still help me learn feline?
Oh, absolutely, my dear.
Cool. So wand, favor for the party, teaching melody feline.
Yes,
Teaching
I can
cat
write you a
And-
letter of recommendation at the Bardic College to learn to speak feline.
Splendid. All right. I think
And
this is a good deal. But
And
I've also been able to
Sibo-
talk, so
will be. Can Sibo make a persuasion check?
What are you going to say or do?
And I would like one magic item for myself.
Yeah, make a persuasion check, please.
Natural 20. So that gives me 19.
He says, I'm sure I can afford to part with whatever Noke hasn't gotten his hands into. I just can't promise whether he has found all of my secret panels or not. You know, I have not been allowed into my library ever since I was polymorph, so I don't know what's there anymore.
So it seems kind of like it's shaking out to be a specific thing for each of us, and then also a favor for the party.
Whoa. Yeah.
But that would mean that someone would have to ask for the wand of polymorph if we want it.
I guess that's kind of what I was asking for.
Does that make sense then? Is that fair? Because each of us are risking our own lives, are putting our lives on the line. Each of us are putting our brain cells into making this plan and to making this plan work. And each of us are working together to use up all of our spell slots and our strength and our time, which he should be using to train, pointing at Soren. So, it's
Yes,
only fair.
favors for everybody. Favors and magic items for everybody. Happy to do it. Are you happy now?
Yes, I'm happy now. Everyone else?
Yeah, I'm
Now,
ready to
Will you please go to sleep and get a long rest so we can try to break in under the cloak of darkness?
There's no time like the present.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to join that sailor and get another drink while I still can.
No.
You just had coffee.
We're gonna need
And now I want alcohol.
we're gonna need you not drunk.
He's getting very ornery. He's kind of like bouncing around from wall to wall. And he says, "You can't tell me what to do. I've already been caged up like a sheep. And you're trying to cage me up in this tiny room in this blasted, dirty inn? Least
Yeah,
you could
but-
do is give me some more. Give me a pint."
No, that's not the no.
We're about to go on a
I
dangerous
refuse.
mission to save your hide. I feel like being inebriated would be pretty bad for your interests.
Could you
Can
buy me
Melanie-
some potatoes then? I'm so hungry. I haven't had proper food in months.
All right.
Gonna have
Melody
it
will
put on
go.
ration.
Yeah, I have rations.
Jerky. If I must, I guess I should say thank you. And he starts nipping away at the jerky.
And once
Does that count as saying thank you? I mean, he technically said the words "thank you," but he didn't. But I don't think that was. I don't know.
Are you saying this out loud, Soren?
A little bit, yeah. I'm talking to the other one. I'm talking to the party, but I mean, obviously he's right there.
Yeah, he's right there.
Give that a little rug.
So it's coming. It's right after 4:00 now. Late afternoon.
I will stay in the room with the sheep so that I can.
No, I thought
in case he-
Soren has to go and train. No.
Well, I do still need to take a long rest. I'm missing basically all my spells,
Hmm.
and it's all.
Oh,
Again, it's
so
also,
you do have to rest. Okay.
yeah. I mean, for me, it's only 4 hours rather than 8, so
Mhm.
I can trance, and then for 4 hours I can go train and then meet up with you guys.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So that you don't have to go back or,
Yeah.
be in. Okay, so I'm gonna, before I go to long rest, I'm gonna use all my spells and
Okay.
cast good berries on all of them. So
Uh-huh.
I get 30 good berries.
Mhm.
Yep, and I'm gonna share 10 with I'm gonna give 10 good berries to Emir,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna give another 10 to Bat, and I'm gonna give another 10 to Melody.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm ready to go to long rest.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Also, do we want to use our one-time potions of climbing to get into the guy's window, or? I mean, it's a tree. We can probably just like stab into it with knives or whatever.
I think we can just do athletics check and then just climb the tree. I think that will be fine.
Yeah, if we have too much difficulty, then we can use our potions, but those might be nice to hold on to if we don't need to use them.
Or Emir can lift us or make us,
Yes. Well, it's still
put us
30
into the
It's
tree.
yeah. I mean, the main platform is 40 feet up, so Emir is not quite that tall.
No, but I mean, he can, throw us or he can be our platform for jump. I don't know. We'll get creative about it. So I'm not
Yeah,
worried about it.
Ymir's probably really good at climbing, and he can help.
I mean, yeah,
pull us
Emir
up.
will have to climb as well because the main platform is 40 feet up. It's too high to just throw somebody up that high. The entryway platform is only 10 feet up, and there's a ladder, so you can just take the ladder.
Okay, I'm ready to go to long rest. And I think it's a good time for us in real life to take a break too.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we take a 5-10 minute break? Come back here in a little bit and see what happens next. It seems like the party's all taken a long rest. They've gotten their spells and hit points back. After 8 hours, it's going to be a little bit after midnight when you all wake up.
Well, after 4 hours, I go train for 4 hours.
Okay. And I'm assuming after your training is done, you're going to meet them back at the pub?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Soren, you're already back at the pub.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're standing outside the room waiting for people to show up?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I knock on the door.
Then she'll open the door and let Soren in.
How long is the... oh, God.
Hi.
Hello. We're busy. Can you be horny at a different time, please?
Oh, no, I'm not horny. I am horny. She points at her 2 tiefling horns and says, I'm just lonely.
Aren't we all?
I wish I could have one so I could boo it.
And I was wondering if your friend was also lonely and looking for some company. And her eyes once again gloss over a fury red color.
I mean, when I asked him, I'll be honest, he didn't sound too interested. Sorry.
She looks very dejected, and says, story of my life as well. I'm really sorry I bothered you and your party. She returns back behind the counter. Looks, by the way, at the floor of Malamista. Most of the sailors and patrons have cleared out. There are a few tables in the back where there are some people still drinking and eating, but it's relatively quiet now on this weekday afternoon.
She waited for 8 hours.
Some dedication.
I mean, Bat, I'm not going to stop you if you want to go talk to her. She seems nice, but I don't know. I feel like, yeah, maybe that's better saved for a different time where we're not about to go kill a wizard.
Yeah.
Hey, how long is it to the tree?
Shinebright standing up, and he says, about an hour. It's right outside of the city walls of Zadash. You just got to walk along the eastern road. I'm going to take you there.
Yes, I know. I just want to know when I should cast my spell. I'll wait till we get to the walls.
Okay. Is everybody ready? And he hops. Shinebright hops outside of the room. He's looking very excited to lead the party back to his place.
So to clarify, are we all going up as a whole party? Like all 5 of us are going to go up to the top?
Let's talk there. I think, in my opinion, I think, I don't know. I mean, we're trying to be stealthy, so I don't know if everyone going up there is a good idea. I mean, like everyone in the vicinity will be nice, but not in his bedroom.
Yeah. So sorry. So he has a bear and 4 apes, and that's it, right?
3.
3 apes.
3 apes.
And that's it.
And yeah, and apes are sleeping outside at the barrack,
Yes.
not in his.
Do you know
his
what the-
building.
Because it's night. Now is a great time to strike.
Yes. Do you know where the bear would be?
He might also be sleeping in the barracks. There's a separate barracks for the bear.
Barracks. Cool.
Yes, Soren, we call it the barracks.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I think we're just ready to go then.
Yep.
We head, or we let the sheep lead us.
Yep.
Come follow me. And the sheep exits the tavern. It's a very dark night in this quadrant. It does take you about an hour. You walk back to 5 Wells Square and through the southern gates of Zadash into the forest, and take another 20 minutes to find the treehouse.
Once we get to the southern gates, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on everyone.
Pass Without a Trace.
Yes.
Could you summarize again what that does for everybody?
For the next hour, I think it's concentration. For the next hour, everyone gets +10 on their stealth checks, and we cannot be tracked except by magical means.
And you cast it on the sheep as well? Shinebright says, here's my house.
So are we all going up or just a few
We
people?
should look around the place first.
Get some scouting, yeah. Who is not stealthy?
Ymir.
I give
Yeah.
Blessing of the Trickster to Ymir.
So Ymir has disadvantage with his armor. When you give blessing, how does that work?
It gives advantage, which cancels the disadvantage.
Okay.
out.
Before you stands a multiple story oak tree with several platforms. The lowest of these platforms is around 40 feet across. I'm highlighting it on the map. And there's a walkway from that platform that goes to the largest platform, which is about 70, 80 feet across. And Shinebright tells you that's where his library and laboratory are. That's where his dining room is and his salon. And the salon leads to his bedroom. So I'm sharing with you on the map, pointing to where his bedroom is. Hopefully you can also see that. It's a much smaller room that's only attached by a walkway to the salon. Branches curl around the base of this massive tree, creating a rough bowl shape around it. And on the very edge, you see a number of different flowers and small trees. You currently do not see any apes walking around. You don't see any signs of a bear. But if anybody wants to roll perception, I can tell you what you hear.
Sure, I'll roll perception.
11.
12.
Okay.
Sorry, what am I rolling?
19.
We're doing perception check, Emir.
Okay. 19.
19? Okay, so the two of you who got 19, which is Emir and Sibo, both of you in this set of barracks, where I'm pointing to on the map, which is directly south of you, you hear multiple, let's say slightly taller creatures snoring. In the barracks directly south of that, affectionately known as the barracks, which is where the bear is, you're not detecting any noise. And Shinebright says, do you hear anything? What do you hear?
I think this one over here is where the apes are sleeping.
Especially since I can see the edges of tokens and health bars.
Yeah. The sheep says, I don't understand anything that you're saying right now. Someone needs to cast a spell.
Well, the sheep can understand us, we just can't understand the sheep.
He's trying to tell you something, but
Has
I don't understand.
my Bandor been recharged?
What is it? Does it recharge at dawn?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say it recharges at dawn.
So no.
So I can cast.
So they can't get out necessarily. You like barricade the doors or whatever.
So, silence, if you cast it right here on the bridge, then you can just cover the entire thing, right?
Yes, it has a 90-foot range and a 20-foot radius.
I think if she were to cast it maybe here, so that no cannot wake up the apes either. So maybe if it can cover that whole range, that would be good too.
True. I mainly wanted to cover this door and this tree in general so we can climb up without, and if we fall, then we won't make a sound. But yes, that is it. How far up is this?
The bedroom is 30 feet off the ground.
Okay, so if it's a 20-foot radius, we probably can't get something 30 feet in the air and something on the ground floor. We'll probably need
Oh, well, by the Pythagorean theorem, you could get one of them.
I think we should get the bedroom.
So Melody, so how many slots do you have right now?
I have 3 second level and 4 first level spell slots. Silence lasts for 10 minutes, and it requires concentration, but I can cast it as a ritual.
Oh, really?
Yes, just realized that.
I have 3 spell slots total, and I can use one right now to speak with animals so that we can communicate with the sheep. So should I do that? Because my spells are mostly combat slots, and I don't know if we need all of them right now.
I feel like we won't get much out of talking to the sheep. How about Shinebright? You like hide in a bush or something, since you won't be able to climb, and being up there won't be very good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to tell you about my amazing treehouse.
I can't
But
understand
if you think I'm better off standing back, hiding in a bush, I can do that too.
I'm assuming that series of bars was affirmative.
Wait, how are we
What does that
communicating with the sheep
We don't
now?
I thought you just cast a spell.
Well, I was asking, should I do that?
Okay. Shinebright didn't respond then because the spell hasn't been cast.
He can still understand what I'm saying though, so
he can understand what you're saying,
and he can hopefully non-verbally communicate simpler ideas with, like, gesturing and whatever.
He's communicate that he is that he wants to stand next to you, so which he does right now.
Okay, well, you can't climb, so
he nods his head.
And you currently cannot be tracked except by magical means, and you're very, very, very quiet. So if you just hide in a bush, you should be good. And I imagine if there's a commotion, it should be from us. So if the apes wake up and they start rushing into a fight or whatever, they should be running at us, not you.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be safe in the bush.
He's nodding his head.
Okay. Cool. So, Melody, you'll cast silence, and then we all climb up the tree, break into the thing, and then we ready in action to beat them up or whatever. And then how about Yamir, you make the actual attack and you try to chop his head off. And then if we can do that and he wakes up, then we all just throw shit at him.
At this point, Shinebright retreats and hides in a bush.
Can I ritual cast silence to save spell slots?
Mm-hmm.
So that gives us 10 minutes. It gives you all 10 minutes to do stuff.
Probably climb straight up into the bedroom if there's any way to access it, if there's any sort of window up there, I guess.
There's also
There is a window. So the bedroom is like connected by this walkway, and the walkway like slants upwards. It's basically like this long, heavy branch that juts out, and the bedroom is built around it.
Also, I have a question. Are there any windows at where the apes are sleeping and where the bear is sleeping?
Nope.
It's just a solid building?
Yep, with doors. Bat, Emir, any input into this conversation?
Not really. Wait, so... Okay, what's our plan to get into that room, or are we just climbing the tree?
Okay, we're gonna climb up, and I think going through the doorway that might be easiest. If we have silence, then we can just like bust open the door, and they won't be able to hear us.
I don't know. Works for me. Whatever we can do.
Okay.
Shinebright emerges from the bushes and starts tugging on Melody's clothing. Looks like he wants to tell her something.
Bro, are we really gonna cast another spell to talk to you?
I'm out of spells, Shinebright.
He keeps tugging.
What? She looks down at Shinebright.
He walks a little bit towards the bedroom and walks back towards you.
You want me to go up?
He shakes his head no.
What do you want me to do? Go towards it?
He starts walking in this direction.
Alright, I thought that was the barracks.
Directly south of him is the barracks, yes.
Okay.
Alright, I'm here.
He keeps walking around where his bedroom is. So he's 30 feet under his bedroom, basically.
Okay.
He's walking this way towards the entryway platform.
Okay.
What's everybody else doing?
I mean, I guess I'll follow them.
Yeah, we should probably all follow.
Following.
Can everybody make a perception check, please?
Or
24.
Okay. 44 is enough.
24.
Yeah, 24 is enough. Silrin realizes...
I thought you said 44.
Silrin realizes this small building right in front of them is actually an outhouse. And you hear a large creature currently using the outhouse.
Okay, so we found the bear.
Yeah, it seems like a bear inside.
But
Can
that
we
means
bar
we
the
don't
door
have
from
much
the
time.
outside?
We're standing right in front of it.
So we're going to need to climb up on this side then.
Silrin, when you say that, Shinebright leaps towards the staircase going onto the entry platform.
Okay.
It might be best to just get up onto the first level, and that way we'll be out of sight of the bear.
He runs back and nods his head furiously.
True, but if this is silenced, we can climb up it silently.
yeah, we
We
can't.
won't need to worry about vision, but we won't need to worry about sound.
Well, let's climb up on the platform for now, because the bear is about to get out of the outhouse.
Okay.
And then I don't think the tree will be enough to... Oh, we do have good stealth. But it wouldn't be particularly good to hide us.
Okay, let's just go. Let's just go up the platform.
Okay.
And I will lay low.
Standing on the platform is a noble-looking gentleman. He's got dark hair, a little bit of a goatee, and he's wearing a coat in the cool summer air. This must be Noke. He looks at all of you.
Can we make a stealth check?
A stealth check?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah, stealth check.
Yeah, I might as well try.
19.
Natural 20, so 35.
Wait,
I have a question about stealth checks. Does stealth also obscure what you smell like? Or only vision?
I mean, I guess not. That's up to you.
Oh,
sorry, wait, what?
Stealth is just to hide.
okay.
Teddy,
Yeah.
does your...
It says without being seen or heard. So if you pass, the target cannot see or hear you. Okay.
Teddy, does your stealth thing give us advantage, or
No, just plus 10.
just plus 10? Okay. Yeah.
And Ymir, you roll normally. You don't roll disadvantage.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Still a 16.
I got carried by that though.
Yeah, I got a 16.
Noke says out loud, Shinebright, I know you're here somewhere. We've been looking for you all day. Guz hasn't returned. The wolves haven't returned. I know something is up. Where are you? I can smell you from here.
Melody will cast Prestidigitation on Shinebright to make the smell go away.
I would like to ready
Shinebright
my...
backs up and hides in the bush.
I would like to ready my action to grab him and like cover his mouth once he comes into melee range, and I'm gonna like be sitting in the bush over here, which I would like to point out, as long as I am lightly obscured by natural like leaves and shit, then I can hide because I'm a wood elf.
Okay.
And can Melody see anyone else, and can anyone else see Melody from the party?
As far as you can tell, you can only see Noke. He's kind of standing there piecing.
Can I don't know, also do the same sort of like, I kind of know how ready actions work, but like draw a throwing axe and kind of get ready to, I guess, hum it in that guy's general direction?
Yep.
I'm gonna go into this bush, and if he like comes out, I'm gonna get ready to like hit him.
Leaving the outhouse, you see a really large brown bear. He's kind of walking towards the main platform. You can see that he's stretching and yawning.
Okay. I'll stay hidden.
Melody is going to unconcentrate on the silence she cast over on the room and cast silence on here, centered, yes. Here,
Like that?
yes.
So it's going to get all of you as well. Okay.
And she's going to stealth down this side.
Okay, so you're in the southeast part of the entry platform outside of the circle of silence.
Actually, yeah, probably best to do that and not try and cross his field of vision.
Okay, Noke walks back inside. The bear is now slowly climbing up the platform.
Okay.
Doesn't look like he notices any of you, but he's getting very close to the party.
I will.
So-
I will ready my sword.
Yes. Turn around and turn the ready up.
Yeah, I'll prepare to punch.
And also, I'll have my shield in my offhand.
Remember, we're not trying to harm him.
Hmm.
At least not right now.
Yeah. Well, we can also do non-lethal damage and just knock him out.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really hear one another speak at all anyway because you're in silence. So the bear's going to take a step forward. He now...
Did Ymir not hide?
Well, he's hiding, but he like ran into Ymir, and he notices something is like there, but it's not a tree, and he's just like now pawing at whatever is there. It's making some sort of a attack roll, and he swipes to the air directly in front of you, Ymir, and you manage to dodge being struck by this bear's claws.
I'm not certain. Should we try to knock the bear out? Is that the goal here?
You can't really talk to each other, but you can take a turn.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm just gonna go to strike bear.
Okay, so you're gonna go hide in the bush. Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Should I try to hide?
Does Ymir know where I'm hiding because he saw me jump into the bush?
Yeah, but weren't you also stealthing from Noke?
Yeah, but yes. I'm hiding from Noke, but Ymir still saw where I was. Ymir knows I'm here, so he knows to look for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and see if I can get Ymir's attention and gesture for him to go hide like over here.
Like with your hand signal or something like that?
Yeah. I point to the bear, and then I gesture for him to walk, and then I do this, and then I point like right in front of me, like right here.
So you want Ymir to walk a little closer to you?
I want Ymir to allow the bear to move here.
All right, we'll see if Ymir can figure it out.
So I roll an intelligence, sort of. I don't know.
Yeah. Why don't we have you roll an insight check to see if you can...
to non-linguistically communicate.
Yeah,
would be intelligence. I think that's one of the listed things in the player's handbook.
Yeah, I mean, insight allows you to figure out how to interpret mannerisms.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say if you can make an insight check, please.
Could I make an intelligence check to assist him?
I don't think so because it would be his action. You're already making the sign with your hands.
Okay.
I rolled a 10 anyway. Should I just move? I feel like that's a pretty understandable.
Okay. So you like the direction that Soren waves you in, you start to move closer to that direction. It's at this point that the bear takes another 10 feet forward and he's like sniffing around. All of you can see that he's trying to detect that something is there. And he's just being relatively still as he's motioning around.
Melody is going to stealth into this bush right here.
Okay, so you're in the zone of silence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think now the fight should be silent. So unless I checked the windows real quick. Is the guy looking at us through the windows?
You can detect that there are some candles that are lit, and you see that he's pacing back and forth.
But he's not looking out the window?
Not currently, no.
Could he see us?
If he was at the window, he could see you.
Okay.
Possibly. He'd have to make a check.
Okay. I'm gonna try and stealth around to this side of the bear.
Okay. Can you make a stealth check then?
Sure.
Yeah, I just made a roll.
22.
And
he managed to dodge the bear's insights. But you can definitely tell he thinks something is happening. He just can't figure it out.
I'm going to hold up my sword in an obvious... I'm going to do it behind the bear so he doesn't see, but in an obvious gesture to my teammates, I'm going to hold up my sword.
Yeah, Melody, what you were going to do something?
Stealth here.
Okay.
Gesture. Can I try to like jump on the bear and choke it out? You know, does that seem fair?
Yeah, you can grapple him. Yeah, you can try. He's a little bit. You're about the same height, actually, the two of you.
Jump on the bear, put it in the rear naked choke. Do some UFC stuff, you know.
Oh wait, is Ymir attacking?
He's asking if he can, and I'm saying he can.
You're talking about grappling?
Yeah, if you're trying to like jump on him and choke him.
Yeah, that would be your athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
So the bear's kind of like pawing a little bit at the air, sniffing, but it can't really detect where you all are.
Do I roll for that? Because I'm thinking that's probably going to be my
Oh, are you going to do it right now?
Jump on the bear and choke it out.
Yeah, go ahead, make a roll. All right.
So I just rolled an 18 with +7. So how does that work?
So to grapple, you roll your athletics, and he will roll athletics to counter. So he's going to make a roll.
All my spells are verbal.
With that, Ymir, you jump onto the bear and begin to wrestle him toward the ground. He's thrashing and fighting back. He's trying to growl, but obviously nobody can hear him. So it's just a lot of thrashing about in the darkness and the quietness. I'd like everybody else to go ahead and please make.
Can I do my prepared action?
Say it again.
Could I do my prepared action to hit him with my sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Could I, if I'm an unseen attacker, could I get advantage on this?
Yeah. It's like a surprise.
Yeah. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. A 1 and a 2, so 7. Alright.
Yeah, that's not going to hit.
That sucks.
Can everybody roll initiative, please?
18.
18?
I rolled 14.
14?
Rolled a 15.
15?
7.
7? Is it still there? Oh, 16. Sibo 16 and... Alright. So the party is now attacking this bear. In the dark. Silren, you are first to act after that surprise.
Okay, I'm checking my spells, and so far every single one of them is verbal. So I'm sword boy right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to use spiritual right now. I need to save my second level slot. So I'll try to stab him. I'm assuming it knows my location now.
You and Emir it knows. Yeah.
Okay. Is it grappled also?
Yeah, it was successfully it's a little cool. What, prone, I guess you could call it.
Well, the base grappling condition is just its speed is 0.
Okay, so his speed is 0. Yeah, so Emir's grapple was successful.
You can also try and do a shove action to make it prone. So that is a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 12? 12 does hit.
Okay, sick.
Whew.
Yeah,
it just hits.
It's not super armored.
No, he just has fur.
Well, actually, you know what? Could I also get my other short sword in my offhand?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to attack again.
Okay, tell me the damage you did with the first attack.
Oh, sorry, 8 damage.
8 damage. Wow. Okay, go ahead. Try again.
Oh fuck yeah! Natural 20.
Yeah, that hits. That does critical damage.
Yes, so that is 2d6 plus 0 because of my offhand, so 5 slashing damage, or 5 piercing damage, rather.
Okay. You notice, Silren, everybody notices the bear is really thrashing about. It looks like he's roaring and growling. You can't hear any of it, but he's now bleeding from 2 different wounds in his hide. All right, well done to Silren, I guess. Next to act is Sibo.
Also, sorry, non-lethal damage.
Gotcha.
Can you do non-lethal damage with bow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's D&D. You can do that.
Non-lethal damage doesn't really make sense, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so as long as it's a weapon attack, you can choose to do non-lethal.
Okay. So I am use my longbow.
Okay. Go ahead.
Would he also get advantage because he's hidden?
Yes, he would. In fact, thank you.
Oh, okay. 24.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's 10 damage, and then plus 3 additional, so it's 13 total.
Okay, so he's really bleeding now. He looks like he's getting close to death, in fact, and he's thrashing about, plucking the arrow out of his hide. You can't hear any of this, but you can see that he is very upset at this surprise ambush. Sibo's turn is done. We're gonna go to Bat next.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw a dart at the bear.
Okay. You get advantage too because he doesn't know where you are.
Yep. 23.
Yeah, that's a hit.
D4 plus 3. 5 damage, non-lethal.
Yeah, he's now bleeding from the dart and the arrow and the sword slashes. He doesn't know where this is coming from, so he's kind of like grabbing at the air, thrashing about.
That's the end of my turn.
Right, we're gonna go to Emir next.
Am I still sitting on top of the bear, grappling it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't know if there's really much I could do to, I guess, hurt it from this point. I don't know if there's a thing in D&D about trying to put a bear in a submission hold.
Rules for grappling is you use a free hand to keep it grappled, and its speed is 0, and you can use your other hand to like hit it if you want. Okay,
then I guess I'll use my other hand to try to use my axe handle to do non-lethal damage with it. I don't know.
Is this a great axe or a battle axe?
It's a one-handed, battle axe. Cool. I got a 10 to hit.
That misses.
Can I actually? I have what is it? Limited use actions. I have action surge, which allows me to take an additional action. Can I try again?
Yeah, why not? If you want to.
All right, might as well. Well, that was even worse. I got an 11. I say even worse.
Yeah, 11. Wait a minute. That's worse.
I say worse. I don't know. My brain's all over the place. I'm like, it's 1 point difference.
Emir, an 11 hits.
An 11 does hit. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. My bad.
All right, 11.
Yeah, 11's better than 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can have fun sometimes, I guess. I don't know. I'm just like, it's only 1 point difference. I don't know if that was really.
It made a
fun.
difference this time.
All right, so for damage, I guess. What is it? Yeah, I got 8 damage. I guess I'm trying.
And you knocked this bear out. This bear is now laying on the ground.
Ooh, okay, cool. Now, before the guy sees, because it's only been like 6 seconds.
Yeah,
like we jumped
was
out, we're like,
like 6
ah!
seconds. Everybody, yeah. Everybody in the party gets 40 experience points for patching the bear.
Can Melody stabilize the bear without bringing him back to life and help? And then...
Yeah.
Well, we did non-lethal.
Are you gonna
so it
move
should
him,
be
or
stable
what are you gonna
anyway.
do?
Is it, so this is a tree, right?
Yeah, you're in it. You're now on one of the platforms on a tree.
No, I mean the like green thing.
Oh, yes, it's a big bush. It's part of the tree. Or
It's a
branch.
big bush?
Yeah, it's foliage. It's part of the tree.
Okay, well, if it was a tree, then hiding him behind a trunk wouldn't do well. But if it's like a bush, then we can hide him in the bush.
You could hide him in the bush. It's quite large, but you could try.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like that could work. Let's do that.
He's like 250 pounds. You need a couple people probably to drag him.
That's fine.
Actually, Emir could probably do it.
I gesture to myself, and I'm gonna sit here, and I'm gonna gesture my eyes, and I'm gonna point at the window, and I'm gonna stay stealthed in the bush, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the guy inside, so I know when he's like looking over here.
So there are a few lights on inside, and you can see that he's pacing back and forth, but you're not getting a really good look at the room.
Okay.
It's hard. I mean, it's still dark, so it's very limited.
Hopefully, if I see him go and then rush towards the window, I'll be like, "Oh!"
Yeah.
I'm dragging the bear, correct? I don't know.
Yep. To where?
I guess to that bush behind me, sort of on the edge of the ring of silence.
Right here?
It can sit like in the. I don't know if it makes a difference if it's in the ring or not now, where it's unconscious. But
you decide, Emir.
I guess try to keep it on the inside of the ring of silence, but
like here.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So you're now on the outside.
I think it might be better to.
That Melody, Sibo doing anything?
Not.
Melody's going to gesture to Bat and Sibo, who are next to her. And she's going to gesture like towards the door. And then gesture towards the bedroom platform. And draw a
the
question.
platform or the front door. The front door is here, where you're right next to. The bedroom door is all the way over on the other side, going west.
She's going to
I gesture. Sorry.
And here, and with a question mark.
Okay.
I point to the bear and I gesture like a bit farther.
Yeah, that'd be fair. I don't see why I couldn't push the bear further back.
I don't know. I just feel like if it's at the edge of the bush, it'll be pretty easy to spot.
Yeah, it would be.
And can I help so that the bear makes less noise?
Well, the bear is like knocked out, unconscious. You stabilized him, so he's at 0 hit points, but he's not waking up anytime soon.
Cool.
So the door is in the silence area, right?
The door to get in, the front door, yes, that's in the silence area.
Okay. And has the guy been pacing back and forth like at a consistent like patrol sort of?
I mean, it's hard. It's kind of hard to say.
Has it been consistent timings?
No, I mean, you can't predict when he's going to be walking by. No.
Okay. I'm gonna stealth over here, and I'm gonna peek my head under the door and try to tell from his feet. When he walks away, I'm gonna try and open the door.
In the meantime, Melody is going to. No, she's just gonna like jump down, and then stealth all the way over here, and try and climb up on the other side. Actually, she'll climb up like over here.
So, Melody, I'm going to move you. The way to do that is you need to climb up the tree trunk of the main tree trunk of the tree, and then shimmy your way over. Because there's no, like, this bedroom is not touching the ground at all.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Do I see from the ground that there's a window here?
Yeah, you can see from the ground. There's a window in the bedroom. Oh, in the salon?
Yeah.
There are windows in the salon.
Is there enough room to climb up onto a ledge under the windows and crouch?
Only one way to find out.
All right, she's gonna try.
Okay.
And
So
she
meanwhile,
wants to-
Soren is at the front door, and you're looking under the door, Soren?
Yes, I'm looking under the door so I can hopefully see his footsteps
Okay.
as he's walking by. And I want to time it so as he's walking away, so his back is turned to the door, I quickly open the door, or I at least try the door handle. So I try to open the door, run in, and slam the door behind me, and it should be silent because it's in the silent zone.
So
And
you're
then
going to be inside, and the rest of the party will still be outside.
Yeah, and I mean I have plus 15 to stealth. I'm not super scared about getting caught as long as he's not looking at the door when I go in, and then I can just roll to somewhere in the room
Okay.
and hide behind a chair or whatever.
So can you show me where on the map you would go inside once you open the door?
Well,
And then I'll reveal the room.
Well, I would step here, and then when I see where things are, I would run to. I mean,
Gotcha.
yeah, I feel like I would have enough reaction time to quickly scan, be chair, and then I run behind the chair, or bookshelf.
Okay, Soren, you can now see the interior of the laboratory and library of Noke. Noke is currently living there. And you see Noke standing next to a table in the center of the room. But you have walked upon what doesn't seem to be floorboards at all. Instead, you seem to have walked right into a creature with many eyeballs and many mouths, kind of sputtering, blinking, chomping,
Okay.
and flapping its flabby folds
So
in
when,
your direction.
does the door open in or out?
Out.
Okay, so when I open the door, can I see that and then close the door
Yeah,
before running in?
yeah. But you wouldn't be able to see his footsteps because he's behind this creature.
Well, I said I would do it when he was walking away, so you should have told me I couldn't see his footsteps at all. That would have changed what I did.
You can't see his footsteps.
You didn't
'cause
say
there's
that!
something there.
Okay, well, thank you.
said
Now
that
I
you can
have
see his
the-
footsteps.
I said when he was walking away, I would try to open the door, and you said, okay, then you go in. But you
Yeah,
never.
I thought that's what
You
you were
should have.
trying to
You should have mentioned that I can't see him walking away, because that was part of my plan. So okay, if I
I don't think I should have mentioned that. I shouldn't
I
be
say-
mentioning where
if
his
I
position
say-
is.
If I say I look for his footsteps, and when he's walking away, I open the door, and then you say, okay, where do you go when you open the door? I would never have opened the door if I couldn't see him walking away to begin with. Not seeing, I specifically looked for his footsteps, so not being able to see them would have changed what I was doing.
Okay, so let's say you don't see them.
Okay.
Now you're
then
not opening the door?
Then I would not open the door now,
Okay.
because that would be too risky of a plan. Sorry.
Now what?
Go with
Well,
her.
You don't know that yet. We have to wait and see
I know.
what
I
he's
know.
doing.
That's. Well, I gesture for the rest of the party to come to this door, but I'll wait to see what they do.
What's everybody else doing?
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to climb to the ceiling? Well, not ceiling, rooftop.
Of the main platform.
Roof of where is it salon? The biggest floor.
I mean, yeah, you can.
And do I have to do athletics check?
Yeah, that's some sort of climbing. Hold on. I think it's athletics. I'm looking it up right now. When climbing or swimming, each foot of movement costs one successful athletics check to get onto the right handholds. So it's an athletics check to climb the wall to get to the roof. So move your character where he wants to go. I'm going to get Bat and Emir first, and then I'll narrate what happens to Melody.
Okay, so move my guy first.
Yeah, tell me where he would like to go.
I would like to go right here.
Like on the roof.
Yes.
Okay, did you make your athletics check already?
Yeah, it's 19.
Okay, so Sibo is now on the roof of the main platform. What are you doing there?
So I'm just out of silence zone. So I'm gonna try to listen to what's inside, even though I cannot see it. Or is there any skyline or like the thing that I can watch up from?
The only object that you could detect would be skyline would be like the chimney, which I'm pointing to on the map is here. It's just obscured because you haven't gone in that room yet.
Okay. So I noticed the chimney then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that will be my end of action.
All right. Bat, Emir, are we doing anything?
I guess sort of creeping up, not quite onto the platform in between the two buildings. Well, two sort of, whatever you call that, sort of bridgeway between the two, but probably like sitting on the edge over here.
Yeah, you can move him to where he wants to go. So he's going to stand like 10 feet behind Silrin?
Yeah.
Okay, Bat?
I'm not sure, because everyone's kind of doing their kind of own thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure who I should be doing.
Is there a window within the silence area?
Yeah, there is.
Where is it?
I'll point to it on the map. It's like south of where Sibo is.
Cool. I'll point to Bat and I'll gesture. I'll hold out 2 daggers for him, and I'll gesture like this, and I'll point to the window.
Sorry, what was your gesture?
This.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's up for Bat to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
What is the gesture? Can you narrate? What does the gesture look like?
Stabbing into the side of something, which I assume is climbing.
Okay.
So.
So, Bat, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna move outside.
You're gonna leave the platform?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the platform.
Okay.
I'm assuming you mean climb over here. So I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry. I pointed to this window.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I'll climb onto this so I can see through the window.
So, Bat,
sorry,
you and Melody are both climbing. Could you both make an athletics check?
Oh yeah, sure.
17.
What is my athletics? It's really good.
Yeah, you're successful, Melody.
21 for athletics.
Yep, also successful, Matt.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So you're now like hanging from this window or something?
Yeah.
I think he has the knife stabbed into the tree to use like ice picks, kind of.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. That's how I imagined it, at least.
Bat, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take a little peek through the window.
Okay, so Bat, you can see this like hideous creature directly below Sibo in the room. It has a whole bunch of mouths and eyeballs. It's salivating everywhere, but it's not making any noise for some reason. Maybe because it's in the cone of silence. You don't see Noke, the spellcaster, from where you are. Melody, you're also made a successful athletics check, so you're climbing up the side of the tree.
Yes, I'd like to climb onto. I assume there's a door, and the door is not transparent.
Correct.
So she's going to climb onto the ledge, onto the bridge between the two places, crouching just under, just in front of the door.
Okay.
That closes to be hidden. She's assuming there's no one in the bedroom.
Okay.
And she's going to, be small and stealthy is her idea.
Are you readying an action, or are you just waiting, or what are you doing?
Then she's going to look. Are there any windows visible from where she is?
I mean, on the circumference of this entire platform, you'd be able to see a window here, which is parallel to the one that Bat is at, and another window over here.
Okay.
So yes, there are 2 windows attached to the salon.
Can she listen at the door to see if she can hear anyone in here?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's a 19.
You don't hear anything coming from inside that room.
Can she make an Arcana check to see if there's anything on the door? If the door is magical in any way?
I mean, you don't see any symbols or magical traditions on the door, so the check wouldn't be useful.
I don't want to leave my friends over there without silence. Can she try and stealthily unlock the door?
Yeah, Melody, the door is open.
All right, she's gonna go into the bedroom.
Okay. So Melody, you are the only one in the bedroom. And you see a really nice rug, really nice furniture, and a really nice double bed. Looks like a magician's bedroom.
Can she try and take the wand? Can she look under the pillows for the wand?
Yeah, you don't have to make any check. You don't see the wand under the pillow.
Under either of them?
Under either of the pillows.
I would like to make a check either now or when we come back to see if she can detect it anywhere in the room.
So it's at this moment, actually, Melody, that the other door opens coming from the salon, and you see Noke standing there saying, "Who's in my room?"
She's gonna hide.
Right behind the dresser.
Fuck!
Yes.
Are there any windows in the bedroom?
There are. And I think that's the last thing we're going to do today. We'll pick this up next time.
This is the classic. You're having an affair, and then your husband comes home, and you have to hide, and you have to get your dude to hide under the bed or whatever.
So let's quickly summarize. Melody is now in the bedroom of Noke. She sees all sort of normal furniture, and the door opposite is to the salon. Noke has just opened the door, and he knows somebody is there, but he can't quite see who's there. Meanwhile, Sibo is on top of the roof directly over a creature that currently only Bat can see. It's a huge-looking creature, at least 8 to 10 feet wide, with multiple mouths, multiple eyeballs, but you can't hear it doing anything. Perhaps it's because it's still within the cone of silence.
Sorry for the miscommunication. I would not have opened the door if I didn't see his footsteps walking away.
Oh. You wouldn't have opened it at all. Okay.
Yeah, so sorry that Teddy, know that creature is there, but Silrin would not know that it's there.
Silrin doesn't know. So Silrin's just like...
Unless Bat is able to communicate that.
Okay, but so he's at the door, trying to see if Noke's footsteps are there, but he can't see anything.
Confused why he can't see his footsteps.
And confused why he can't see anything, because Silrin doesn't realize there's actually something there.
Yes.
Only right now Bat notices.
Yeah, and then so I was partially suggesting Bat go to the window so he can see what's happening in the room, because I can't, and also potentially so we can get in at the same time to coordinate the thing.
And lastly, Emir is about 10 feet behind Silrin, just kind of waiting for some more action. There is an unconscious bear that you hid in the bushes, and Shinebright is also hiding in the bushes far away from the party. And I think that's where we're going to pick up next time. Fighting or communicating with what's happening in the rest of the treehouse. Let me give everybody another 80 experience points for opening up some more rooms and locations on this in Shinebright's treehouse. So that's another 80 experience points.
This was interesting. I find this enjoyable.
Yeah. Stealth missions are I think one of the best ways to play D&D is like a tactical sort of you get a map and an objective, and you can actually use reconnaissance to gather information, and then you can do actual coordinated strikes and stuff, and then charm spells still matter and stuff. I think that uses all the different mechanics and archetypes of D&D pretty well, and I think it's also very fun.
Yeah, I hope you're having fun. I hope you're getting to see different.
I enjoy these types of things. Yeah. Also breaking into the cannibals lair. That was also kind of the same thing of having just a layer you need to crack open and find out how to do that and complete an objective.
I mean, that was for me. That was an interesting session because the actual clerics of the town did not have a complete map that they could give you. And somehow, I don't remember who, but somebody found a new passageway that wasn't marked. And you took it, and you released something, and then you started running away from it.
Which one?
Under the
first
catacombs.
dungeon we did with the shadows.
Yeah, the shadows, that's what it was. And then Soren, I think, had a holy symbol, so nobody got hurt. But
well, no, we definitely got hurt.
I mean,
we almost died.
Not from the shadows, though. I think from the other creatures, right?
Yeah, we almost died from the shadows.
But the shadows hit you too.
Yeah, it was me, Melody, and Bat. Bat and I were both unconscious, and then I think I either rolled a nat 20 death save, so I became conscious at 1, or Melody brought me up or something. That sounds right, yeah. And then I used Turn Undead, and both the shadows failed. So then they were feared for 1 minute.
They ran away.
Yeah. They were scared of me for 1 minute, and they couldn't do anything except to run away, and they couldn't repeat the save unless they took damage.
Well, it's interesting because I think I don't know if it was Cat or Melody. I think Cat or Melody would have wanted to explore all the areas of the map, even though that wasn't your job. Yeah, so Cat's like, yeah, but it was either Teddy or Soren's like, yeah, I don't want to really do that.
Teddy probably would have wanted to. Well, okay, Teddy wouldn't have gone into a haunted catacomb with cannibals to begin with.
Okay.
But if Teddy was just playing a video game like as himself, he would probably want to explore everything. But Silverin is like, we did our job. We don't need to go above and beyond. Above and beyond's for fucking losers. We need to get paid
we have
and get
enough
out.
money.
Yeah.
So because we got paid, there's no reason to explore anything else.
Yeah. That's where Silverin's mind is at.
All right, good stuff.
Get paid, get laid, Gatorade.
I'm just proud that I won a fight with a bear. I say that's how my brain is interpreting this. I'm like, I grappled the bear. I won.
You will win in a fight against a big hairy gay man.
Yeah.
Important things to think about, you know.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, folks. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you all next Sunday.
See you later.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.